Hello, everybody. Welcome to another SMZ3 seed. We are in the brackets, and today we have Eppy37 and Dorkmaster Flek battling it out for supreme dominance in this side of the bracket. I am Metroid MST, and joining me as a co-commentator today is Revolving Ocelot.
Hello. Glad to be here once again, and this is promising to be another excellent race in the tournament so far. There's been so many good races. I've just caught the end of the Iris and Maniacal race, so please do check that out later if you want to just be finishing about now, I believe.
Yep, and we also have a tracker that's going to keep everything straight and not make any errors at all, because we have error doing the tracking, so can't possibly get anything wrong.
So it looks like our runners are going to be starting very shortly. Now, have our runners been doing in the tournament so far, or is this their first race?
This is their first race in the brackets. I believe Dorkmaster made it in through groups with a 2-1 record, and Eppy made it through with a 2-0 record. So hopefully you are as excited as I am to see the amazing Agaped Shactul seed.
Oh, please no. But when I was doing some races in the Link to the Past Randomizer League, I had to deal with far too many Pestle Seeds, which was a number greater than 1. And even then, 1 is kind of pushing it as far as Pestle Seeds go. Ideal number is 0, really.
There's never enough, and it looks like we are getting underway here.
In terms of nasty things, I am expecting a late Morph Ball this time, because I haven't seen a late Morph Ball in forever. And Morph Balls popping up in like Turtle Rock or somewhere else awful. It's just like, ugh.
I would like to see a Morph Ball in Misery Mire. And it looks like both runners are doing the standard jump into Zelda play. A lot more checks in Zelda. Not much on the Pickle Island there, though.
Yeah, going down to the bottom left check leaf and the location for Morph Ball is kind of meme play. I mean, it can be there, and it's awful when it's there. But if it's not, and it's most often not there, or anything there of any use, then you've just wasted a whole bunch of minutes getting down and then having to reset the game and make your way back to the portal to Link to the Past.
And we've got a couple different routes. Eppy, I know, is a big fan of doing the hula hand strat to get some money early on. Dorkmaster is going to do the uncle play, check some tree poles, and bombs out of the tree poles, so that's very valuable early on.
It could actually let him do the fun of escape if you're spinning to farm that tree a few times.
Yeah, if he gets... you need at least 5 bombs, so he needs 1 more. But yeah, another tree pole. He'll have plenty of bombs for that. And no wonder Uncle's dying, he just gave you his energy.
He's kind of in the wrong game to use that kind of energy, so no wonder he's dead. Probably couldn't figure out where to plug it in. It relies on technology, not organic parts. But there's a power bomb pack in that other chest, which is nice when you find a Morph Ball.
Yeah, the power bombs early are nice too. If you do get an early Morph Ball, having the power bombs for the early stuff is really nice. So the more power bombs, the better, because you're likely not to get bombs. And we have 1 crystal at Hera, and then 2 pendants, the blue and the red, I believe, at Eastern.
Yeah, just regular pendants.
I'm calling a green pendant Turtle Rock. Green pendant required.
So often it comes up, but yeah, from this, I'm expecting probably to get some early Super Metroid progression, be making most of our progress there, because 2 light roll dungeons is kind of rough for getting anywhere in the game.
Yeah. And Eppy just getting the single rupee tree pool, not nearly as useful as the bombs. And Dorkmaster also doing the hula hand to get some early money.
It's really not a bad choice to be doing Hulan in SMZ3, because you've got much less chance of getting a bunch of cash going into Kakariko that will let you cover the bottle fender and buy any bombs. That said, Dorkmaster does have enough bombs to cover all of his Kakariko needs, but if he wants more bombs, he may be buying some. So this puts him, gives him enough money for
Yeah.
more bombs, the bottle fender, and some extra besides.
And he is gonna, get some more bombs from the tree poles here.
Astounding luck there. Usually I have to see people do that to pull up those bushes about 4 or 5 times to get their bombs. It's a 50% chance, apparently, but in reality, it's more like a 10% chance.
Yeah, it
Total
definitely feels
anecdotal,
bad.
of course.
And he's just going straight for racing game. So he's doing the Kakariko check from the south. And Eppy's going to enter what I'd consider the more standard route from the north here. Oh, and that's an ether.
Okay, very good chance we'll be needing that ether because there's 1 in 3 chance of Mr. Maya and Turtle Rock requiring that, and pretty good chance that those won't be. Well,
At
those
least one
will
of
be
those
critical.
dungeons is going to be required. So
Yeah, exactly. There's a power glove in the back of a bar for Eppy.
yes. So and then he's going down to buy his bombs. Spending his hard-earned glitched cash.
So if other runners both enter the village from different directions, they're actually going to be approaching it in and for the same way because Eppy had to go grab bombs. So runners mostly keeping in check here. Oh, Eppy going for the chicken clip.
Oh. Well, that chicken just went to the void.
Much better it goes to the void rather than your game going to the void. I've seen some people meme far too hard there and actually lock their game. But
It can
you
cause
definitely
some
don't want to do
issues. Okay, bottle vendor trying to be Zora.
I mean, 20% refund. It's difficult to get that back from Zora usually. Eppy going for Blind's Hut first and Dorkmaster in the well. Got some missiles. Another medallion.
Okay.
Ooh, gravity suit. Tasty.
So there's some pretty good stuff in Kakariko. We got some gloves, a suit, a medallion. 2 medallions, technically. We'll count the race game in there. As far as progression, though, the gloves are really the only thing currently that do much for him.
Yeah, well, gloves are really aren't bad because that does get you up to Death Mountain and it gets you another Super Metroid portal into Norfair.
Yes, to be in logic, they need the lamp for that, but yes, it does get them there. And I think both runners would be fine doing that Death Mountain trek in the dark.
As far as lamp logic goes, it is one of the easiest items to just permanently skip and never pick up. It really doesn't affect that much in the long run, unless you were like needing critically a lamp to light torches in, say, Desert Palace to go get the fire rod or something like that. That can be horrible. But that's a very, very rare scenario. I've personally never seen it come up, so...
With all the available places for things to be, that's not a strong likelihood.
Yeah, Gravity Suit is a really, really nice find for Super Metroid, but that just wouldn't really get us anywhere in Super Metroid at this point. We kind of need some means of actually getting around, namely the Morph Ball.
Yes.
But with those power gloves, you could get into Norfair, but you can't actually break into Mudia because you need a Morph Ball to actually break the tube getting into Mudia.
Correct. Yep.
So it doesn't do too much at this point, but it's nice to get that Gravity Suit out for way early rather than be hunting for it forever later, or worse, considering a suitless Mudia.
Yes, that's... Suitless Meridia is fine up until Dragon, and then getting out there is where it ruins itself.
Well, consider the skill level of a runner like me, who, as soon as you consider Suitless Meridia, I just trash the seed and start again.
So yeah, Aga's not looking great right now, but still could be required for Dark World access. We'll see.
We have 1 out of the 3 keys for Dark World. We're either going to need a hammer or Tinsmiths plus a moon pole. Oh, hello. Eppy does a tree pull and gets absolutely nothing.
He forgot to rearm the tree pole by killing an enemy. Unless I'm mistaken and there's a tree pole that's absolutely nothing, which could be. Ooh, a grapple beam. And spacer in the back.
Yep, that's definitely nice for early Super Metroid. Gets you quite a bit more offensive power, probably the best offensive power next to the plasma beam. And grapple beam just lets you shortcut a few things that you might otherwise have to do really tricky jumps or bomb jumps for, and you can't even do those bomb jumps because no morph ball yet. So pretty nice to get that grapple early on.
I'm kind of curious where Eppy buying more bombs here. Also, this bomb luck that Dorkmaster's getting is
Disgusting.
I want some of that. I want some of that. But it looks like both are farming up bombs for the South Shore checks.
Seriously, he gets another 2 bombs. That is incredible. I hope he's not burning all his early luck in the seed and he's just going to get absolutely wrecked later on.
I think he's 6 for 6 on those bushes. On the 50-50, 10% bushes. I don't know. Luck like that shrubs me the wrong way. Ooh. Some nice Pegasus boots in the dam.
I will happily take boots before 15 minutes in any kind of seed.
Yes. You like boots in Zelda. Oh, that last one I'm not cooperating here with Eppy. There he goes.
We've got supers in the back of the mini model. Oh, there's a moon pole. Nice.
And a few more bombs for the trouble. So the boots are going to be really nice, because this will let Dorkmaster do this whole thing. Eppy's doing probably across the... Yeah, he's going to Ice Cave, so... Dorkmaster will be able to get through this quite a bit faster with those boots. But Eppy, I know, likes to check Agina as well. So he's probably going to route the dam in with Agina later.
Nice double kill on the Mordoms here. That leaves 2 bombs to kill his last one, and Dorkmaster gets done.
Nice bomb work.
And Eppy gets a 8 bomb drop from Run for Crabs. So that maxes out his bombs again. Really convenient.
There's another bomb under the rock. And Dorkmaster with those boots could set up a water walk as well.
Yeah, this is actually unfortunate for Eppy that he went to do the mini Modom cave before the dam, which is not unusual. If you want to route over to Agina, you often go over to mini Modom first and then go back to take a saving crate after you've done the Ice Rock Cave, go down to dam and then go over to Agina. So it's kind of unfortunate that he's doing it in this way because he does miss out on that potential water walk.
I'm also wondering if he's going to do a fake flipper here because he's walking all the way back.
Looks like he is. Huh. Yeah, pretty simple. You just use a bomb to knock yourself against the edge of the screen there. You don't transition, then that makes the jump in and transitioning across to remove its flash sprite really easy.
We'll see if anything happens from this. He can get the checks in the waterfall cave as well because the moon pearl will allow him the ability to check those.
Dorkmaster actually hasn't gone for that water walk though. He's going for boots checks first.
Which, these are more in logic. I mean, they are in logic compared to the water stuff. Got a little bit of a sync going on there. Ooh, an out of logic Varia suit from Eppy.
That is really, really big.
That could be important. If flippers are light, and Dorkmaster does not check that. That's not normally the kind of thing you find at Hobo.
It looks like he's heading towards the eastern direction now.
Yeah, he's Dorkmaster pretty much sticking to in-logic stuff right now. I'm actually kind of surprised Eppy is going out of logic. Normally, that's not his type of play. But that various suit paid off. And nothing. Waterfall. Oh, there's the morph ball.
He's taking out the morph ball and he's leaving.
I
Straight
don't
Super
disagree
Metroid.
with this. Hard to disagree when there's not that much left in Zelda.
So he's got plenty of missiles. He's got some supers as well. I believe he had 10 supers as well as 5 power bombs. That's plenty to get you off started in Super Metroid.
Yes.
Just a little unfortunate that he's going to miss out on a bunch of Norfair unless he chooses to do Hell Dives, and Hell Dives on one energy tank is
Not much
really
you can
viable.
do on.
Yeah, not really viable in most cases.
Yeah. The 5 power bombs does kind of suck a little bit though. Ideally, you want 15 for your early stuff. So you're not really in any danger of running out in the places before the places you can refill. Only 5, not great. Definitely doable, and it's definitely better than nothing, but that's not.
His power bombs just get him a miniature shield to start off with. Unfortunately, he has to, like with that 5, like you mentioned, it's very limited amount. You can farm them up in some places, like I think the Rippers here have a chance to drop them. I might be wrong about that. Some of the enemies, like the Fireflies in Brinstar, have a really good chance of dropping them, if not 100%. So
yeah, the Fireflies are important for the power bombs, and the Caterpillars are the other big enemy that drop them pretty often. Well, there's a money chorizo.
Have we got Petted Pod?
Ooh, green pendant pods.
So that does defy your green pendant turtle rock.
Unfortunately, but that does mean
it's
Ice Rod is
necessary
absolutely required.
Yeah.
And Eppy looks. Oh, speaking of Ice Rod, never mind. Thanks, game. I want a refund on this seed. So yeah, Eppy making the same exact play going the super right after collecting that morph ball. And Eppy still has not done the dam. I'm wondering if he kind of forgot about that. Not that's going to hurt him here in super.
I just think he got really excited by finding suits and is now just going to put it off until really later. Because I bet he was intending to do a Gina with a dam, and now he's just got way more interesting stuff to do in Super Metroid, so that's going to just wait for a very long time now.
Get some early Brinstar checks here from Dorkmaster. Just a few sticks, and we'll find out what's... a single rupee. That's great. Wow, this Brinstar Reserve is pretty trash so far.
One more chance in this one. Let's see if early supers gives anything.
Just anger.
Anything else for the arrows for some reason? You don't have a bow yet, man. You can just get those arrows wherever.
Maybe he's a big fan of sticks. He just wants to match them up. Oh yeah, those B-toms are also very high. Well, okay.
Okay, well, that's super nice, but again, you don't have anything to fire those with just yet.
Speed
Oh, speed booster!
Now
Okay,
that's a nice item to have. It's also kind of dumb in Super without high jump, but it is still nice.
Yeah, the weird thing about Speed Booster is that it's actually reduces your maximum jump height, so it gets kind of weird when you don't have high jump, because it means you have to turn on and off Speed Booster all the time to do jumps that you would otherwise do to get through places that you might expect to get, but just fall a bit short or hit your head on the ceiling or stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really weird. Dorkmaster, unfortunately, not getting the mock ball out of there. Do a little bit of a wall jump to get back up.
So while Eppy's bringing up the rear in Bridstar here, he's assuming he doesn't do some kind of meme play and skip a Speed Booster. It's going to have quite a bit more to check in Norfair because of that.
Yes, that speed will be useful for getting around there.
And will also help him get around Meridia for that matter too. You don't have to worry about doing gravity jumps and such.
That is true. Although their energy is kind of low for a lot of the chaining a lot of those shine sparks together. They'll probably get another E-Tank or two on the way, but
Hopefully.
maybe this will just be a really low energy seed. Those are fun. Dorkmaster has to be a little bit more careful. In the randomizer, gravity does not provide the same protection as it does in the original in order to make Varia more useful. So Eppy actually has a way more defensive capability, especially environmental defense. Spikes will still deal full damage to Dorkmaster right now. For Eppy, they're going to be cut by into a quarter of their damage. So that's bit of a safety net for him there. Dorkmaster setting up for the gate glitch here.
Doesn't have too many supers to play with.
Yeah, with the high jump, this trick is free. Without high jump, it's a bit tricky. Be a little careful here.
Okay,
Nope,
unlike the
still
power
doing it.
bombs, he can just easily farm up the super with the missiles outside. Last missile.
Super got it. So thankfully he won't be worrying about this check later. And it's another power bomb, which is actually very important. So that's going to be quite nice for him. I don't believe Eppy's going to be doing that gate glitch. It could prove me wrong. An extra power bomb this early when you only have 5, it's always welcome.
Do get a nice early check of this aqueduct too.
Yep.
I mean, not the aqueduct, waterway. Sorry, I always mix up the two.
Basically-
They both
basically the
involve
same-
water. Yeah, super free with both gravity and speed booster. You can of course just do it with regular speed booster, but you have to do a not particularly difficult shine spark, but can be annoying if you've got the timing off.
Yeah. Unfortunately, only 10 sticks.
And you're very right about Eppy skipping that Rave Gate, because he's just already in the room himself.
Yeah, he's...
So he left for some reason? Oh, he's farming up more power bombs, yeah.
Make sure to farm up. Because it's going to take 2 power bombs just to get out of the charge location. Yeah, Dorkmaster has to farm up a couple of supers here for doors and blocks coming up. Setting up for the Spo skip here.
One try, very nice.
Oh wow, he got a powerbomb drop from those bugs. His luck has been quite amazing. Those bugs are a 2% drop on powerbombs. And they're lower than that in practice. And another good luck. What did he do to get this?
Marga Tsushima in chat tells us that Eppy managed to get a powerbomb drop too, right? So something's up here.
I don't think you'll ever see another raceless tournament where runners get 3 power bombs out of the bugs right behind Spore Spawn. You can try to get power bombs from there for 30 minutes and not get a single one.
There's a second E-tank.
Eppy is going back, I assume, to farm up on power bombs again. So yeah, this is the difference between Dorkmaster getting that gate glitch and getting a power bomb out of it versus not getting the gate glitch and being stuck with 5 power bombs. So yeah, Eppy's being extremely careful, which is smart. You don't want to get yourself stuck because you ran out of power bombs.
More supers at Vanilla Morphball, not exactly unwelcome.
Dorkmaster is not checking the rest of Retro Brinstar?
I think he's just going to check out the underneath old Mother Brain and the Shaft Supers, and then probably come back down and check out Billy Mace, and then go do the rest of Brinstar.
Oh, I guess if he's going to just come down. Okay, yeah, instead of going up and okay. Yeah, if he's coming back down, okay.
He did already do a mega missile, so... Ooh, space jump! Okay, so that just gets you at Meridia super free.
Yes, that will give them some much needed health leeway for those Shine Sparks.
He's actually going to leave Shaft Supers for now. Just going to go straight back. He's super good for him that he went out of his way to go to old Mother Brain and pick it up.
Yes.
If he's in the same area too, see if he does the same thing. Again, he has much less power bombs to play with, so it's much more difficult for him to get back.
He doesn't have the power bombs to do Billy Mays. Actually, yes, he does, because he has. So he can do Billy Mays, but then he'll be leaving. Eppy, you have to pause again. You did a thing. There you go, Eppy. You pause on the wrong thing during a draw transition, and yeah, game decides, well, this is how life is. So Eppy really needs a power bomb pickup back here, which so far is not looking like it's gonna happen. Nope. Yeah, so Eppy will be orphaning this space jump here, most likely. Unless he gets something at Billy Mays. And yes, I do believe that was the first bottle, so Sick Kid is now a thing. Also, Dorkmaster opting not to use his power bombs to check out Billy Mays. He's going straight back to Green Brinstar here. So he's committed to going down this way to get through. So if Eppy picks up something here, this could be very valuable for him. That's not the tunnel.
That's just hitting your head on the ceiling. Doesn't cost him very much, just a little bit of time.
You're not a bridge inspector, you don't need to test that.
You never tested the stability of objects and by just hitting them with your head. Give it a try sometime. Hey, double heartbeats.
Oh, well, Dorkmaster made the right play on that one. Oh, man. Double heart piece in Billy Mays is about the most garbage I've ever seen show up there. So yeah, Eppy, unfortunately, doesn't realize it, but he just traded in Space Jump for double heart pace. No.
He's going up.
Yeah, he needs power bomb, so he's going to be going to the ship.
Okay. Next way we have more supers.
Pretty useful right now. Supers are good.
If you never find Judge Beam, you want as many supers as you can get, really.
And even with just Bather, you still want as many. Until you get Ice Wave Plasma, your full beam combo, supers, and even with that, sometimes supers are still the best option. So yeah, unfortunately, Eppy's not being able to check the shaft supers either. So yeah, this is why the low power bomb count early really sucks for routing.
And unfortunately, just can't go over to Red Brimstone and farm up some from the B-Toms here, like Dorkmaster just did, because you actually have to use power bombs to get back through the Blue Brimstone to get over to that section. So, yep, like you said, he has to go all the way back to the ship to top up his supply. Let's see if he decides to continue Super Metroid now. I imagine he will, because there's nothing really pointing them towards.
They haven't really got any. They got silver arrows and ice rod. Nothing really that does them any good in Zelda right now.
Nope. We had the gloves before, but we haven't really made any use of those gloves. Of course, since the Dorkmaster is super close to Norfair already, he can just get up to Death Mountain without those gloves anyway.
Oh, there's a powerbomb pack for Eppy. That's a bit late seed, but sure.
Definitely convenient for him that he went up here.
Yes.
Unfortunate that he didn't do the wave gate, but it's worked out for him. And he's actually going to go to the gauntlet now.
Yep, he has the power bombs for it. I think he's going to refill the ship and shine spark through. Or at the very least, just refill the ship. Dorkmaster's going up on Kraid here. We'll get our first required thing done here soon. That's not the right spot, Eppy. He really wants to get a good look at some of these tiles.
He does have that fair suit, so the acid won't be doing quite as much damage to him as he potentially could, which is really high damage if you get caught in it otherwise.
Yeah.
So I think he would have been fine going through on this 97 energy, but
I
personally a little bit safer this way.
Yeah, a nice quick kill there by Dorkmaster. I personally would have just run in with that energy, but again, if you get caught by a Yappy Maw, even with that would evaporate pretty fast. And that's just an E-tank there, Kraid. That's not useful.
Fortunately, Eppy's extra checks have got him almost a full heart container at this point. That's a third piece of hearts there in the front of Gauntlet.
Watch it just be 2 more pieces of heart in the back. Oh, Eppy's he's resetting the room. Doesn't want to risk not falling in the middle of the crumbles there. See what the secondary crate item is here. Just 50 rupees. Oh, myths! That is Dark World access for Eppy, so that does give him some more Zelda checks, but still doesn't really have too much to do there. It does give him like Hype Cave, Dig Game, and so on, but
I think I'd just stick to Super Metroid at this point, really.
Yeah, I'd be sticking to.
It's got full suit and a speed boost, and we know that gravity suit is not gravity suit. Space jump is super close by if he chooses to go down there, which he's not doing for now. Maybe he's just going to go save his game and then go back to Link to the Past. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a couple of things. One in logic, one not so much in logic. The Eppy's got over Dorkmaster here. The space jump is definitely a very nice, handy, and the Pegasus boots are both very nice, handy movement items. But
okay, Eppy was just saving his game again and charging up himself.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna go check the stuff.
So unless he messes up South Super and loses most of his health, he will be getting that space jump pretty shortly.
Yeah. And Dorkmaster, I believe, is gonna jump into Meridia, which with the early gravity, I definitely agree with. I would feel the seeds pointing me toward go here, find something in the wetland.
Okay, Eppy leaving Shaft Supers for now, just grabbing that space jump immediately.
Yeah, he's probably just gonna head back up, so he wanted to grab this first. So yeah, picking up his space jump, so caught up one of the nice handy movement items. So yeah, some of these... I wonder how long it'll take Dorkmaster to get back to Gauntlet here. Oh, that's a nice little charge beam there you got.
I was thinking that was Wave Beam for a second. It's hard to tell from the texture. But Charge Beam, yes, it's especially tasty. Not especially required for logic anymore, because if you get enough supers, that does in older versions of the Rando, you need a Charge Beam to put Ridley and Muffbrain into logic, but these days, not anymore.
Yeah,
still really nice to have, though.
Eppy's going for his third power bomb here. That'll help alleviate a lot of the power bomb concerns. So I'm kind of curious as to where he's going to go. If he's going to go to Wreck Ship or Red Tower, or if he's going to jump back on Zelda with his Dark World. Mama Turtle with the blue rupee. Good treasure. Mama Turtle bringing the goods. Pretty much saying it, you shall not profit from adventuring here.
Maybe a little indecisive in getting out of that door. Almost went over to the portal, but decided, nah, gonna go over to Chorizo and then maybe go over to the portal. Or maybe go to Flagship. We're not mind readers, so we can't exactly say what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. He has... Both runners still have quite a bit. They both have Wreck Ship. Dorkmaster's obviously jumped into Meridia. He's a bit less to do because he doesn't have the Myth, so he doesn't have Dark World yet. But if he gets Hammer, that could be an issue, because he might not go back to Titan's Myths in that case for a long while. Hook shot. Hey, there's a Zelda thing.
If you're taking his fourth save in like
He wants to refill his energy and power
so.
bomb. I'm thinking maybe this is for Wreck Ship. Fill up for Fantoon. Otherwise, no? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, otherwise, that is super cautious.
Yeah, I think he's being a little indecisive of where he wants to go. But looks like Wreck Ship is the play for now.
Ooh, there's bombs and flippers and watering hole. So that'll be the Varia suit there for Dorkmaster. Once he does the hobo check.
So I had E-Tank at the mode for Eppy, so that's useful for him going into Fantoon.
Yes.
See, face tank a bit more careless about getting bombarded by the big ghost squid.
If you get caught in the block. Yeah. I see in chat saying wreck ship might be very dead. With the things Dorkmaster's finding in Meridia, I tend to agree. Wreck ship may not pay off very much here. Just another piece of heart. And some more ammo there for Dorkmaster.
Yeah, at this point, Eppy's probably built at least one heart container from heart pieces, and probably more like 2 heart containers at this point.
I know he's seen enough for 2. I don't think he's picked them all up. The Dorkmaster going to make some sandpit checks here. And Eppy's going to his first boss in Fantoon. Now, honestly, I do like doing wreck ship first before because it's kind of out of the way in Super Metroid. But that also depends on if wreck ship has anything good in it. Yeah, Dorkmaster, he's going to want to check this item before. And it's just a piece of heart. E-tank piece of heart, not too great.
He's not too concerned about the E-tank now.
Yeah, and he's going to jump into the... He's also going to check the ceiling. You know, the ceilings are really putting a cap on our runner's ability to shine spark. Oh, that was a pretty good doppler from Eppy. I believe that was like 8 missiles on there. 8 or 9. Ooh, the first sword. In the right sandpit.
Seed was really hard pointing towards Meridia.
Yeah, this is a lot of good stuff in Meridia here. Seed is rewarding for going after the thing it gave you early.
You get gravity suit, you get space booster. Space booster? Speed booster. And space jump.
Space boosters is how you leave the planet.
But yeah, you get all these movement tools. Oh, and the grappling hook for that matter. It's just like you can explore Meridia, why not? And you grab a bunch of stuff. Definitely a linear route here, but
yeah. Fantoon is down for Eppy there. So he gets his first kill, evens up the required bosses. Oh, yeah, and Dorkmaster also leaving Shacktool behind with the ability to easily get back there.
Smart choice, never check Shacktool.
Wow,
I'm going to have to hard disagree with our tracker here. He's putting in Kappas in chat for not checking Shacktool, but not checking Shacktool is always a correct choice. And if Shacktool is required, again, you hard reset the seed because Shacktool is a monster.
I can't believe I'm commenting with a Shacktool hater. Shacktool is the best. Yeah, we'll see. Dorkmaster probably gonna jump into Zelda real quick here. Do some quick Death Mountain checks. And he has hookshot, so he can do East Death Mountain as well. Can't do the Dark Death without the Titan's Mist, though, so that'll be a bit of a downer, but...
Yeah, he still means to check out quite a bit of Link to Past now. Well, you can't get to the Dark World without those Titan's Mist, so... that's not so great, but you can certainly get to the east side of Death Mountain, get up to Hera. Clear out Hera because it's a crystal, or unless it's like a key locked in the basement. Yeah,
there is the important thing for Dorkmaster is to not find Hammer. As long as Hammer is mitts locked, he'll be all right. But finding Hammer, I think, would be detrimental to him overall. I don't see him going back to check Gauntlet for mitts with hammer anytime soon.
And in SMZ3, you can get away without the mitts for quite a bit more than you could in regular Link to the Past, because, say, like, if you want to get to Missing Maya, you can just go through Meridia for that. You don't need the mitts to get in. So, you don't need it for that, for example. But Turtle Rock is a crystal. We know we have to clear Turtle Rock, and you absolutely need Titan's mitts to get into Turtle Rock either way.
You have to have Titan's mitts to get into Ganon's tower, no matter what. So,
but I didn't think it'd be putting it. It could put it off for a long time, because Gauntlet is kind of inconvenient to check if you just want to spend time in Link to the Past. But as soon as you get back into Super Metroid, it's like one of the first things you check. So I don't think it's totally awful for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's not in the worst spot because it is right by the ship if he does the reset. And Dorkmaster did get those flippers, so he might be doing the flipper checks here soon.
He's not worrying about taking the bomb jump there. He's just dashing his way out of the cave.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I am absolutely terrible at bomb jumps, so if I had a boots, I'd probably be doing the same thing.
You can just hover if you're terrified by bomb jumps. It'll work. I'm fine.
I did buy some practice seats for the first time in quite some time a few weeks ago, and I found out I'm even more garbage at the game than I thought I was. So bomb jumps are completely out of the question for me, as is kind of precise movements with Link in general.
Oh, well, he's... Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me.
You usually take the bomb jump going the other way in that top level. To,
I realized that as soon as I started talking. I was like, well, that's... So Eppy so far not finding much of Rick's ship. Hopefully he gets something useful. Not a piece of heart. I'm pretty sure we've just about seen all the pieces of hearts already.
If I remember correctly, it's 12 or 16 pieces of hearts in Link to the Past.
Ooh,
There's Ice Beam in Paradox, as well as that Blue Mail.
Yeah, Blue Mail and Ice Beam, so...
I was about to say Gravity Suit, because of course it's about change to Gravity Suit, but no.
The Link to the Past Gravity. Another heart piece! This seed is...
At least there's an E-tank down there rather than another heart piece, but oh man, Eppy's going to have a disgusting amount of health when he gets back into Link to the Past.
He's going to have a disgusting amount of quarter health. So yeah, just a few checks left. He has 3 checks left in Rick's ship. The hope that something pays off here, but with how Meridia was, I'm not expecting anything useful. I know chat's been asking for Red Cane back here. I actually think what might be most beneficial to him is a fire source. So either fire rod or lamp back here. I'm not really expecting it at this point.
Yeah, Rexip had a bad reputation a year or two back for being utterly devoid of items, and then people kind of came back around to it, but this one's looking very, very dry so far.
Yeah, this is a piece of heart ship so far.
Eppy does have that fair suit, he does have those Titan Smiths, but he hasn't really been able to take any advantage of all these extra checks he's done over...
Yeah, he's being pretty thorough, which has netted him that the mitts. Dorkmaster's going to gain the various suit here shortly. But Eppy will still have that mitts advantage from his thoroughness early. But yeah, he's not pushing any of his potential advantages right now. Just making sure he's going through, checking everything, getting more energy.
Yeah, one more check coming up, and that's just going to be the regular old gravity suit location.
This is nothing.
It's nothing.
Is an absolute bust. There's nothing of value in that place.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Yeah,
that is a huge time sink for Eppy. If Dorkmaster comes back here and he's in go mode, then you could save a whole bunch of time.
Yeah. Yeah, that ship was absolutely trash. Also, Eppy going back to the ship instead of down Red Tower? I guess maybe he wants more power bombs. Hey, and Dorkmaster can check Zora here, because he has the money.
Yeah, he's leaving the ship. He's... Where are you going, Eppy? Oh, Red Tower.
I think
yeah.
he's going down Red Tower, okay. He actually would have been fine on power bombs, but... In the heat of the race, you may not think of that.
He just wants to take another save, because I've been pointing him out already. And he did take one other save in Wreck Ship as well, just to check items and then reset back when he didn't find anything. Of course, he didn't find anything. So this has been like a huge amount of saves for Eppy so far. It's kind of how I approach games with quick save in them. Kingsaw coughs up missile, so at least that's one useless expensive check for Dorkmaster. Oh, Plasma Red Tower. Yep.
That is going to be nice with the...
So I was just going to mention, I totally see Eppy fully committing to Super Metroid and clearing out as much of it as possible, because you've got Morph Ball, you've got Power Bombs, you've got Grab,
open.
Pretty much everything you need to get through.
Well,
so
it's open and in Logic. Charge Beams in Meridia. He did pick up those extra E-Tanks in Wreck Ship. So Lower Norfair is more doable with that. Not much else in Red Tower, but Plasma Beam is really nice. Not required, but definitely useful. And Dork is going to check out a sick kid. Just wants to look at a shiny bottle. And somehow he's hanging on to some massive explosions. That's safe. Dorkmaster is going back to Zelda. I wonder if he'll check Gauntlet right now. Did just get Varia. But I'm curious. Varia is the opposite direction of Gauntlet. I wonder if he's checking Red Tower down to Norfair. Or if he'll go up. Well, he's not going Gauntlet. That's...
he could be checking the back of Gauntlet, but I don't think there's anything in the back of Gauntlet.
That's where the mitts were.
Yes.
No peas.
Okay.
Oh, he's going to check Shaft Supers, I think.
Wait, was it the mids in the back of Gauntlet or the front? I forgot.
They were in the back.
In the back, okay. So he could check those and still get them, but he's not checking it. He's just completely leaving it.
Yeah. He's not even checking Shaft Supers.
Eppy, what are you doing? Why are you grappling across?
Look, he has space grapple. He's gonna go out and grab that super. What is Dorkmaster gonna check the garbage Billy Mays? He is.
Yeah, he did leave it behind earlier. Maybe it's just really biting at the back of his mind. Which is perfectly visible. If you've got to the checklist, you know you've orphaned, and you're thinking, oh, I must have left something back here.
So maybe it's because of the combo between this and Shaft Supers. That's kind of... And then maybe he'll check Gauntlet afterward. For his sake, I kind of hope so, because at this point, if he leaves that behind, I'd be kind of doubting they will be heading there soon. Yep, Dorkmaster just realizing Billy Mays really not selling much today.
What's worth nothing? I'd still say that's nothing. So how can you say there's more in that room when really there's nothing to begin with?
Well, okay.
Right, he's heading back up.
So I'm assuming Shaft Supers at this point. Then we'll see where he goes. If he goes Wreck Ship to Red Tower, because Gauntlet's kind of the opposite direction of where any other progress as far as super goes. So I'm kind of curious as to what he does.
But again, Gauntlet is so close to the ship. I really see no reason to skip it at this point.
He
Like,
is not checking Chef Supers either. Why
just
come back for Billy Mays and not finish the checks down here? I wonder if... Oh, I think he just realized. Okay, yeah, I was...
Okay, he's forgetting stuff, right?
I was a little concerned there. I was like, wait. I mean, he wouldn't have missed... It's just a power bomb pack. It already has 15, but... that would have been a bit, concerning. So Eppy actually being more thorough early on. He did save a lot, but he's gonna pull a little bit ahead with his second boss. Dorkmaster does have the front half of Meridia, really front 3/5 of Meridia, done over Eppy.
And he did put a whole lot of stuff out of her. So let's see where he goes now. He's not heading back into Link to the Past.
He does Gauntlet. Oh, Eppy's getting a stand up here.
I mean, Craig's down, cooped up here in this room. You've got to stretch your legs sometime. Can't exactly get outside, not with the current pandemic. He's a responsible exerciser, is Craig.
Oh, Dork does have... You're right, he does have Dark World access. That's with the flippers and Meridia. We'll see if he goes the Gauntlet right here, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's heading in.
Okay. So Eppy's pulled a boss ahead.
So he's down half a Norfair clear, well, up a Norfair, and half a Merger clear.
I'm kind of thinking Eppy may do an unfortunate thing here, skip Meridia with his Varia for the time being.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
He might do some
I'm pretty sure
stuff.
I think at this point Eppy's just going to commit to a completely full clear of Super Metroid, so I could see him going in straight into Meridia before Norfair.
I mean, at this point, why wouldn't you just clear out Super? Everything's been here so far. Well, Eppy doesn't know. Oh, he is going to Meridia. Okay. So Eppy's going to be getting his stuff here.
So he's going to get his charge beam with a plasma that will make everything along with the amount of stimulus he has, the E-tanks, plus the extra defensive from Fairsuit. Stuff is going to be free for him. He's probably going to go take on Dragon, get the boss kill done, clear everything in here, then go down to Norfair and leave all of Link to the Past for last. Sees that charge beam.
Yep.
Wants that charge beam.
Just got the Shine Spark off, gets his charge beam. So Dork, we'll see what he does. If he commits to a full wreck ship here, or if he abandons that for the time being.
He's taking the saves. I think if he was not going to commit to the wreck ship, he'd just take the map transition into Link to the Past. So yeah, it looks like he's going to be wasting a whole bunch of time in wreck. Nope. Yep.
Look, the jukes are hard.
Okay, yeah. So he's going to burn a whole bunch of time in wreck ship here, which is good
he's
for
going down.
Wait. Oh no. Okay.
You know, he heard you say something. He's like, nope.
Yeah, runners aren't supposed to be listening to the commentary stream, you know. They are on a 10-minute delay, to be fair. So
yeah, they are on a 10-minute delay. So
he decided this 10 minutes ago. Unless he's a time trap, of course, and I cannot commentate on whether runners can time travel or not, because if they can, they would probably keep that a secret to themselves, because that's got a whole lot of potential for not just in-game, but out-of-game too, you know? Yeah, you ever want to get ahead in life, take up time travel. Eppy's got his ice sword and hook shot, and well, no, ice sword was in criteria, never mind. But he's got his hook shot now, and he's going to be heading over to those flippers shortly, putting himself back in logic for what he's done.
Yep.
Probably going to be super glad about going out of logic for it.
Yeah.
Because keeping that fair suit going into for full Super Metroid is so much more convenient for him.
Yeah. And Dorkmaster, I imagine, is going to be jumping down to Norfair since he didn't go to Wreck Shift there. Or... You know, I'm just going to stop saying what I think runners are doing because they're clearly not going to listen. Look, someone please just keep track in chat how many times we are proven wrong as soon as we say something on here. Yep, so this is good for Eppy. Dorkmaster is heading over to Wreck Ship. So coming out of this, I think our runners will be pretty much equal.
It depends. How long is checking out all of Vexship compared to Sandpits for Eppy? And honestly, I think Vexship is way, way slower, so Eppy's definitely going to come out ahead here, I think.
Yeah.
It does depend on if there's anything in, like, Learn North ever. If, say, like, Dorkmaster decides to go into Link to the Past, find all his stuff for Go Mode there, and he's going to save a little bit of time in Learn North compared to Eppy. Not that much time, because a bunch of the items you check in Learn North are just kind of like instant and on the way anyway, compared to say like Meridia here, which you can have a lot of stuff out of it, such as these aforementioned Sandpits.
So yeah, Dorkmaster is gonna get pretty filled of heart pieces in here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, that's literally gonna be it.
Eppy also sees that E-Tank and takes a reset because he's even better for E-Tanks than Dorkmaster was at this point.
Eppy is saving that Sandpit for later. He's gonna go check Dragon right now.
Yeah, he's like
I imagine he'll route in Sandpit after Dragon to up the Plasma.
Yeah, absolutely. This is like full committal to everything Super Metroid. So he's going to do the Sandpit and probably Shack 2, unfortunately, right after Dragon. I say unfortunately, but he has got.
Someone said unfortunately. He meant he's very glad the Shack 2 will probably be checked. Although for Dorkmaster, that Shack Tool check is going to basically equal out his Wreck Ship here.
Yeah. But like the Shack Tool isn't awful for Eppy because he's got the grapple beam, he's got the space jump, he can't run into any trouble there. I've seen so many times where people try to check out Shack Tool using the ice beam clip and just getting stuck for ages and ages trying to clip through and really not managing to do it.
There is a timing to the ice beam clip, but it's also based on subpixels, so yeah. I'm not a fan of that clip. Just a missile behind Botwoon. Dorkmaster took care of Fantoon pretty easily there. So now even back up on bosses, which are all super so far.
Eppy's going to be at Dragon very shortly, and this will be a pretty free Dragon. You've got plenty of super missiles for him, you've got a plasma charge, or you could just grapple yourself to a wall and electrocute him. You've got tons of energy to play around with there, so...
Yeah.
And it doesn't take too long for Dorkmaster to get back to Dragon, but he would have to route over to the southeast Dark World to do it, to get to the back door to Meridia, so a little inconvenient for him. Whereas Eppy is just able to do this on the way whilst going through Meridia.
Yeah.
So it just comes down to sequence breaking the hobo, really. I think that's put Eppy just a little bit ahead by getting him that...
Yeah, 'cause he doesn't have to go back to Zelda for Varia.
Yeah. It's just let him do a bit more here, which has made his routing a bit more convenient. So it put him back a little bit, quite a bit in the early game, but now he's pulling ahead on checks quite significantly.
Yep. Just opting to get grabbed right away, not going for the quick setup. It's a bit harder to do without high jumps, so that's... If you're not comfortable with it, just doing the quick grab. Probably
this
better.
RNG, though, I don't think Dragon decides to give Eppy any pokes at all before flying up to the pylon.
Both our runners have had some pretty good RNG, especially Dorkmaster, but Eppy's had some pretty good RNG too. And Error's pretty happy with the break on Dorkmaster's tracking he gets to take here. Ooh. Cane of Bacardi. Not the cane we're looking for.
Not a useless item to have by any means. It lets you get through Spike Cave without having to bully your way through with HP, and I don't think our runners would be able to bully their way through with HP unless they were to stock up on potions.
I mean,
they
got plenty of heart pieces.
True, but like
a few of those.
8 heart pieces only makes 2 heart containers, you know. So, of course, we don't have a hammer for Spike Cave anyway, so that's irrelevant. But it gets you some. Well, the Kin Burner unlocks most of Laser Bridge, and we do have to go into Turtle Rock at some point.
Yeah.
Hopefully not for Fire Rod, because that's just always awful when you have to go in there.
Yep.
And typically, you have to go into Turtle Rock to find the Ice Rod, but I've seen more than once having to go in to find the Fire Rod in some awful location, and having to route back up to go grab the big key from the Fire Rod locked side so that you can go back down to go kill Trinex.
I would actually be pretty happy with a first chest Fire Rod in Turtle Rock. I think that's truly enough to satisfy me for this seed.
I've never seen anything quite as trolly as at one time a couple years ago when I comped a race for one for tournaments where both Fire Rod and Ice Rod were on Laser Bridge.
Well, unfortunately, we won't get to see that.
Yeah. Fortunately, Ice Rod was just in Criterion, a nice, convenient location where we don't have to hundo the sea to find it.
Eppy grabbing his swingy metal stick.
Yeah, you're going to need at least 2 metal sticks to finish the seed. Preferably 3.
Preferably, definitely. Although with...
Well, we've got silver, so
yeah,
it's not nearly so bad.
The spin slashes on Ganon are still annoying, but with silvers, it's not really as bad. And get your hypes in chat. Hopefully for Dorkmaster, this turns out to be nothing, and hopefully for Eppy, he can jump through that. There he goes.
Now, I want to point out, with Charge Beam and Plasma Beam, it's really easy to kill Shaq2 on your way in and out.
That it is, yes. So, if you love Shaq2, you're hoping for something good here. Like a cane, a hammer, a bow. Look at Shaq2. He's just so happy. Would be great at Minecraft.
Yeah, I stick him would put him more for it. Yes, good job, man. Good job.
the preemptive kill before he even sees.
But this is 2D digging. There's a big terraria update out in a couple of days. I reckon Shaq2 will be much more into that. Bombs, yeah.
Shaq2, why do you disappoint your fans every time? If you want people to visit more often, you need to give them something worthwhile.
Okay, Eppy doesn't quite kill Shaq2 on the way up, but he killed him once already, and that's good enough for my liking. So good job, Eppy. So one more thing to do in Meridian, that's check out Plasma Beam, and then that would be it. So whereas Dorkmaster's just about to finish Vex ship here.
Yeah, but Eppy is a little bit further ahead. Although he doesn't have the Death Mountain checks that Dorkmaster has, but you'll be able to check out Dark Mountain.
He doesn't have the Death Mountain checks. He doesn't have the front of Norfair. Well, some of Upper Norfair checked. Eppy will be able to basically full clear of Norfair when he goes down there. So he's undoubtedly going to do it at this point. So it's a little more efficient with his routing. He's going to come out a little behind on checks here now.
Yeah, but
it hasn't yielded anything for him.
Yeah, but he'll have done less backtracking overall.
Yeah. And if Dorkmaster is hunting for stuff and wants to go back to things like Shacktool, then that can really bite him. He's going to have to go back to for Dragon anyway, so that's already some forced backtracking he has to do.
Yeah. Although that won't be too terrible if he gets some other stuff in Norfair, which I'm going to go ahead and assume he has the Norfair first, because he can always... What do you think? He can always get close to Dragon through the Dark World portal.
Having a space jump and plasma beam both for this pirate room is just really useful, because it's really difficult to get out of the room with just a speed booster. And if you have to kill the pirates with shine sparks instead of a plasma beam, then not nice. Yeah. Very time consuming. And I don't think Eppy took a save after Dragon, so if you were going to check it out without the plasma beam, then you would take that save.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to reset because he got a sword anyway, so...
Yeah.
He got something useful. Also, Dorkmaster's going back to Zelda. We'll see what he's...
Okay.
He's going probably Dark Village of Outcasts here. There are a lot of checks here. Thieves Town is a crystal. Oh, no, he's going to check King's Tomb right now. That's right. He doesn't have a mirror yet, so I might as well get this check done here. You know, neither of our runners have done the Hyrule Castle either. Some early sphere checks they've left open.
Yeah, I think he's doing some time traveling again, because he just took the save and crit out of King's Tomb and save and crit to Link's house. No hammer, so he can't get to Dark World portal this way, so he's thinking further escape, yeah.
And those boots paying some dividends.
I mean, I definitely think Eppy has a better decision here to full clear Super Metroid, because you still need the bow to finish the seed, you still need the fire to finish the seed, and... it's a
nice microwave beam right after it becomes not useful.
Well, some palaces are crystals. Some palaces are crystals, so of course we need a mirror too, so... Plus, of course, the important hammer, so for every items we still need for go mode.
Yeah,
so, like...
I don't... a clearable dungeon yet for him. So sticking to Super, I think, is smart.
Because you can fully route this in with basically no backtracking at all, whereas Dorkmaster is, at the moment, routing in quite a bit of backtracking.
Yeah.
Like a good thing for Dorkmaster would be if he finds a flute or something to get him into Lower Norfair quickly.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't find that flute, then it puts his routing into trouble, really. Now, Eppy is, of course, proving a lie and not doing a full clear of Super Metroid.
You know, as we say things, let's just... just as we say things, just assume they're going to not do that thing, and you will be right 100% of the time. We're taking it for the viewers.
Maybe this is just going to be a very quick East Death Mountain and Dark Death Mountain check before going back into Super Metroid, because of course you can just route over the east side. through Tower of Hera because it's a crystal, and then go straight back into Super Metroid again. You can basically make a full cycle of that, so it's just like a quick trip into Link to the Past to do stuff, and then back in the Super Metroid to go. So it's not a bad choice. No.
It's also pretty important here, so.
Yeah, it's like you said, if you don't have that save point, you can't really get to here quickly. So get that save point unlocked, maybe do the Crystal Dungeon whilst you're at it, plus the east side, and
Dorkmaster not
then
going
back to Super Metroid.
World, just going back into Metroid. Which, again, I think is... You know, maybe... Eppy Herd did the opposite, so Dorkmaster also heard and said, you know what, that sounds smart. So yeah, we'll see what
getting a little blocked by dead rocks here.
See what Dark Death Mountain has to offer. Ice Beam and Blue Mail were back here, but that was it, really, as far as the Light World checks went. Also, that Dead Rock has a taste for blood. See what's in the wall here. Just a trash tank. So, also some more health. Good. Yay, piece of heart. So happy.
Yeah, not going down a Crocomire just yet.
Not quite.
If he decides to go upwards and go to Dragon and Shakhtar rather than check out to Norfair, then possible. But I think he'll be doing most of the rest of Norfair now. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yep, so I guess while we have a quick moment where runners are not doing exactly the opposite of what we think they're doing, I'd like to give a mention to the sponsor of the tournament, Rank1.global, who are actually offering up some prize money for the top 4 finishers, and that's the mirror in Cathedral. That's
100%
very nice. Yes, also very necessary.
So that completely opens up Swamp Palace now.
No, they need the hammer for that.
Oh yeah, true.
One spot they need the hammer. Happy. Stop getting dead rocked.
You do get one item in Swamp Palace though, which could be a hammer. Has been a hammer.
Yes, it could be. That would also be an acceptable location. I am down for
twice in SMZ3. Yeah, twice in SMZ3, I've seen the hammer in that one spot in Swamp. I've never seen it in normal Link to the Past Rando, so it's less chance for it to be in SMZ3. So that is particularly spicy. But I don't think that's going to be the case today. We've got so many other checks. What should be the case?
Wave beam. So there's the full beam combo. And the magic cape. So bumper ledge won't provide any issues for Dorkmaster there. Eppy is going to go down to the portal here, get some new checks for us. At least he did what we thought he was going to do. Please count that toward the commentators were right mark.
It does mean he needs to take the save and crit for it if he wants to go to Tower of Hera.
He can't get there because he doesn't have hammer or mirror. So unless he finds...
Well, he can't get there to Darkwell from the East F Mountain. He doesn't need a hammer to get across.
There's a hammer guarding the bridge.
Oh yeah, of course. Never mind.
Because the sea doesn't want them to complete dungeons right now.
Sorry, I was just thinking also like the 2 hammer blocks on the left side and the right side, but now you've got a full line of hammer blocks there.
Yeah, you need one or the other, and unfortunately, Dorkmaster's the only one with one of the pieces to get to here. Oh, Super Bunny Cave was worthless. More like average Bunny Cave.
We've got Hookshot Cave coming up, though, and we're able to see what Medallion Turtle Rock requires, too, if we need to go hunting or not.
Yeah, Figo's checking for that. Alright, so Hookshot. There's a flute!
Okay, so there's your quick access down to Lower Norfair.
That was RNG manipulation.
I mean, you usually check out the first time then, and then take the 4 to get back to the rest of the cave. And I think Eppy does that, then remembers, oh, brain fart again, I've got Hookshot, and I'll check the rest of the chests for 3 sets of missiles.
Okay, so
And
the flute, pretty nice. Not required because they already have logical access to Lower Norfair, but it is nice to move around. I wonder if Eppy's going to turn that in right away. He's thinking about what he wants to do. Maybe he's remembering he didn't check the South Shore? I think you'd turn your flute on first.
he checks South Shore, but he didn't check Dam.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. And nope, he's going back to Mountain Cave. He decided...
I think he was really, really indecisive about whether he wanted to... do I want to go activate flute and go to Lower Norfair that way, or do I want to do Upper Norfair first and full clear Norfair? So he's chosen the full clear instead from this direction.
Yeah. And we get one of the easiest crocs ever.
Yeah, severely allergic reaction to plasma and charge. Disappointed that he's not grappling his arms off, though. That's one of my favorite glitches.
Yeah, his... just... the single rupee croc. Absolutely the play that's worth it.
I mean, Croc has more items than that. If you're betting on Croc for just a single rupee, then I guess you're up 1 rupee. But he's got more items. We'll see if this does cough up anything.
And Eppy is gonna jump down to Croc right away. So something... Ooh, there's the hammer. Okay.
See? Always better Croc.
Stick the super. See? I mean, it's just...
So Eppy's going to get a hammer almost straight up to Dorkmaster.
And something Eppy could do is he could skip Upper Norfair till after he's done with Lower Norfair. Because Ridley spits you out right between Speed Booster and High Jump. Or High Jump, I mean Weight Beam locations. So if he wanted to route it in that way, he could. That would put the mirror off for a while.
I gotta say, this seed really is pointing you just towards do full Super Metroid before anything linked to past. You get your morph board
It
linked
really
to past, you super boost and power bombs, and just away you go.
They are what? Bow and Cane? Bow, Cane, Fire Rod from Go Mode. So they're 3 items short right now. And they've basically done 0. Well, not 0, but any non-sphere 0 checks in A Link to the Past? I can't really say. Oh yeah, they do need a sword, so they do need 4 items, you're right. Potentially the other medallion as well.
Grapple beam is just bombs, but we know it needs to go back here for the hammer, so 100% worth it.
Yes. Definitely worth having the hammer. I wonder what Dorkmaster will do here. I would think you would stick to super, but our runners have been doing the exact opposite of whatever we think is logical.
Yeah, he's been poking a little bit more into Link to the Past than Eppy has so far, so maybe he could go down to Golden Tweeter and inside, oh, I'm going to go to Maya and go do that instead.
Yeah. Although, I'm not sure if they're willing to really go into Mire without Kane.
Yeah. You can get all the items in the front, you can't go kill the boss without the canes, and there's not really many items in the front. I think it's 2, so...
Yeah.
Oh, there's X-ray scope. So microwave unlocked. That's good for Dorkmaster because he hasn't done Dragon or Bottoon yet.
Yes, so his routing will pay off there. Eppy going to opt to collect those supers. So yeah, Dorkmaster, he's going to Lord Warfare. He's not playing with no Link to the Past while Super's giving them absolutely everything.
And he has fully cleared out Upper Norfair because he did the speed boost area just a little bit earlier.
Yeah, there is. The seed is saying avoid Zelda at all costs. So we'll see what Eppy does. If he decides to go up, do the Upper Norfair, or Morphe goes cross, do Slower Norfair. I do think overall this routing is slightly more efficient.
Well, it's not difficult for Eppy to get back to Upper Norfair if he wants to check it out because he's got the flute now, so and he's also got save and crit anyway in Links to the Past, so he can get back to Upper Norfair really quickly if he wants to check that out. Yeah. I think absolutely go to Lower Norfair first and clear that out. If you get your required items there, great. If not, then start doing Link to the Past, I reckon.
Yep. So as long as he doesn't forget to check Cathedral on his way out, he'll be
Oh yeah, there's that mirror. That mirror, yes.
Yeah, that spot can be. That could be pretty tricky sometimes for runners to route in. So Dorkmaster, we'll see what he does here. Gets a magic powder. Nice little safety and fetch quest.
Yeah, and magic round. Oh yeah, that is a fetch quest. Did we see space jump on Dorkmaster's?
No, he went the back way.
Yeah.
So Eppy is going has space jump. Decides might as well check the space jump item. One item in this game that's locked by space jump, almost never required. So most runners generally just go the back way and check.
Hey, repeat and the red tunic.
The red mail, so I don't think Dorkmaster's going to go for that.
Nah. Not bad for Eppy, though.
If
you've got to have it down here, then you might as well grab it.
Yeah. So he'll be getting his powder here shortly after he deals with Gold Chorizo.
Drop some bombs. I did not catch what medallion red was, and now I can't see it because of the pause screen.
I think it was Ether.
That was Ether. Yeah, it was Ether.
Dorkmaster is taking a check. That hammer does open a lot more possibilities. I'll make something like Thieves Town a bit more attractive because it's full clearable now. Gonna go ahead and do the checks here, which is smart. Get these out of the way.
Yeah, can't actually do desert. It is dependent anyway, so
it is just dependent.
Yeah, but my fire source here.
Could have the fire source in it. Also, he's going to collect 3 bombs that he's already full on. I think he's thinking about what he's doing. Because I don't think he would have collected that if he realized what it was.
That's just autopilot. I can get this item. Let's go get this item. I don't care what it is. Grab it.
Yeah. He was probably thinking about what he's doing next. Yeah, Eppy also thinking, it was like,
It does not have a mirror, cannot go pick up those bombs, is walking over to the mirror spot anyway. No
he's
mirror.
Like, oh. Yeah, so.
Autopilot biting both of these runners.
And it's in the same exact spot they're doing it. They both did the map check. Oh, and another trash tank. Dorkmaster is going to take the opportunity here to jump into desert. So this could give Eppy some time. There's 2 items in desert. It might only even get 1, depending on if there's an item on the boss. But we'll see. This could pay off for Dorkmaster.
Good sort of desert.
Question in chat. The disappearing blocks is a link to the past thing in areas that you can't use the mirror, and it gives you that sound. If you use it while pushing the block just decides it doesn't want to live anymore.
That is a glitch that is existing in the original game, but only in the 1.0 Japanese version of Link to the Past, which Randomizer is based on, and has all of these glitches and extra tricks that you can do, which are not available in the NTSC or PAL versions of Link to the Past, which were later versions.
So Dorkmaster has one more check here. So far, just has 20 rupees to show for his efforts. Yeah, making sure to take care of the pirates in that room. So let's see what this final check is here. There's an item on the bus, so Desert. A quick little bust of a check there.
Gives Eppy a bit of a leg up in Lower Norfair.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse room coming up.
Eppy doesn't get the urge to check out Desert anytime soon. And there's the bug net, a magic powder and a bug net in Lower Norfair. Base jump without high jump also can be a bit of a pain, especially when you're all background and don't really have a visual reference against.
Yeah. The shaking and the background system makes it pretty annoying at the best of times.
Dorkmaster is he going for red mail? He is going for red mail. I am kind of surprised by this. Red mail is nice.
Yeah, I am surprised by this. He has got quite a lot of health in Link to the Past and Blue Mail already. He's got more health than Eppy, in fact.
Yeah.
So
red mail is nice, but it's never go out of your way to get it nice when you already have blue mail. Maybe he's a little bit less comfortable in Zelda, but
yeah, it's definitely a safety insurance play. It's not one that I would ever think of doing in a racing fun, but if you're that uncomfortable with Link to the Past, then it's better than taking a death at any rate.
Yeah.
But he has got quite a lot of health and like that blue mail, like you said, so
That's a little bit. No, Dork does not have the flute. That was in Hookshot Cave, which he had no access to. If he's trying to take care of the gold pirates here, or ninja pirates, I should say. We've got a Ridley fight coming up. Ridley started out early in the tournament having some good stuff behind him. Recently, he's been a bit skimpy on his items here, so we'll see. We'll see. Eppy entering with 23 supers. Ridley takes... and missing 2. Ridley takes 30 supers in total to defeat. Charged Ice Wave Plasma does 300 damage, which normally supers do, but supers deal double damage to Ridley. So each charge shot is basically half a super, unless I did my math horribly wrong. And Ridley without high jump and screw attack can be a little bit of a pain sometimes. I find high jump really helps
Eppy gets a very tight jump in over Ridley there and even gets a shot downwards at him in the process. But he's got plenty of health to play with here, so he's taking a few more hits, but he's now really in danger here. Ridley's looking nice and red now, so a few more shots.
I don't think Ridley's dead, Eppy. I think Eppy thinks that beam deals a little bit more damage than what it really does. He does need to be a little careful here. He's getting...
So Eppy had plenty of health, now he does not have plenty of health.
Okay. So Eppy, just it didn't feel like keeping the health. It's fine.
To be fair, he did have some reserve tanks. At least one. I've never seen one other, but
wow.
Okay, Ridley just has a hard container.
I never count reserve tanks toward my total health.
I'm just reminded of a previous race I covered where the runners had probably 2 or 3 reserve tanks and no E-tanks whatsoever, so it was constant reserve tank usage there.
Just a few more checks in Lower Norfair, and then Eppy has Upper Norfair, and hopefully checks Cathedral on his way out.
Really needs to check Cathedral. That is, he's not going to finish the seed without checking Cathedral.
Yeah, because he absolutely needs that mirror. And I wonder if getting these couple of hearts down here is going to make Dorkmaster kind of regret that red mail decision.
A high five here from runners again. So, anecdotally for me, most of the Super Metroid races I've covered have, like, a vast majority of them have had rods up in the Ridley escape here. So, I'm fully expecting the fire rods to pop up here. So often I see the fire rod and all the ice rod just appear in the Ridley escape.
Thematically, fire rod makes sense.
Taking a safety save. Not a bad choice, he doesn't have...
Yeah, I actually completely agree with this. I find the escape from Lower Norfair to be more dangerous than Ridley.
Key hunters do a lot of damage.
Yes.
And if you don't want to waste time with the key hunters, the 3 musketeers in particular, at the end of the Ridley escape, you'll often face tanking your way through them.
Yes, not exactly pleasant.
So yeah, even with gravity and Varia, one of those key hunters does 50 damage.
Wow, that might be the final piece of art. Dork's got Ridley down, just needs grabbed, which Ridley is not obliging him with. Ridley's doing everything in his power. There he goes. Ridley really didn't want to die.
Okay, the item down below was just some rupees, and up above it's some rupees as well. So just the 3 musketeers room left, and that will be it for Lower Norfair.
And then, for Eppy's sake, you gotta. There you go. For Eppy's sake, he'd better check out that cathedral spot. And yeah, he's trying to take care of the key hunter here just to get that out of the way for a second later. More power bombs.
Okay, so up and over, really not having much of anything other than a powder.
It had powder in the mail. And some heart containers, but that's really not much. Unless that powder turns out to be something. Our last few items are going to be in Zelda. So, with this loadout, where are you going to first in Zelda?
tricky.
They have some options.
I am definitely thinking Swan Palace. Got a lot of items in there, and he can fully clear it.
I was thinking the same thing. I think I would actually do Thieves Town first, though, because the Village of Outcasts is right there. It's a quicker dungeon. If you can go mode Swamp, that's definitely much faster than...
Yeah. But we still need a bow, a fire rod, a red cane, and a sword for go mode. So you're not going to find all of those items in Thieves Town. So yeah, I think if you're going to go into Dark World and do more checks in Dark World as well as the dungeons, then absolutely go to the Northwest and do Thieves Town first, along with the Village of Outcasts. But if you just want to go straight to a dungeon and clear that first, I would think Swamp Palace.
That's true. And Hype Cave is right next to there, which it's normally garbage, but there's still potential out of those 5 items.
Yeah, you've got Hype Cave, you've got Stumpy, and the Dig Game pretty close by. Can't actually check out the dig spot because we don't have a shovel, but and Eppy wouldn't be able to do it anyway if he was in the Dark World. But he's checking out Upper North Way here, so going to go over to Speed Booster. Probably will go through Cathedral on the way back and get that mirror and be in a pretty good spot. He will have 100% of Super Metroid cleared.
Yeah, you know, after they're done here, they're going to be about an hour 40 in and basically neck and neck on everything. Dork has a few extra checks done. Eppy will have Dragon done. So really, they're just about even after hour 40, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'd give the edge to Eppy here, because he just has to clear out a little bit more of Upper North, whilst Dorkmaster has to go back to
he's got
check on Dragon and Botroon, and also check out Sacktool and Plasma Beam if he wants to.
Yeah,
so
if
he's
it comes
got a
down
little
to
more backtracking and lengthier checks to do.
Plus Dark Death Mountain, Eppy has that over. Which did get him a flute, which isn't going to be required, but it is nice to... It's a nice movement item in Zelda.
Yeah, Eppy gets his wave beam. I forgot that was here.
Oh, Dorkmaster accidentally freezing the B-toms there. I've made that mistake many times. Speed Booster, not strong enough to break ice. Can literally break rocks, but ice is too strong.
Having a little difficulty escaping that room of a Ripper.
So Dorkmaster, I think, is going to do the Dark Death Mountain checks, so he'll get his flute. Maybe we'll get a check on Todoroki down in here. And Eppy is going back to Cathedral, so this is good for him. So he won't be marooning the mirror.
Yeah, the flute's kind of useful for him well, it is useful for him to get back to Maya quickly, because that is a crystal dungeon, and otherwise he would have to go to Lower Norfair for that.
Yeah, so the flute's
and
definitely...
that's really out of his way now. He can't just root that in quickly, because he's already done Lower Norfair and Ridley.
Yeah. So yeah, this is going to pay off good for Dork just for that. Because this is why it's a pretty lengthy trek to get back there. So I wonder if Eppy's gonna go do Tower of Hera first, since that'll be right there. Nope, where is Eppy going? Is he?
He's checked out X-Ray.
Yeah, where is Eppy going? He's
not going back to Crazy.
Waterway. I'm pretty sure he's full cleared super.
Yeah, same. He's not going back into Meridia. Where's he going?
Oh, and
Gravegate? Gravegate, yeah. Tell us to
Oh. That's
Oh,
kind
that's
of
bad for him. Yeah, that's
he's
really bad for him.
there is something that's called a little too thorough sometimes. Like you've got so much open. This one check going out of your way for this is not. I don't see the value in this. I mean, obviously we know it's nothing, but I think this is being a little too thorough here.
What?
Dorkmaster saluting the duck.
Okay, time to get out of your screen, man. We can't see the game now.
So yeah, Dorkmaster here, I think making a much smarter play. Go for the density over the one-off right now. He's left.
I can only think Eppy's thinking, yeah, I really want 100% Super Metroid right now, not leaving until later. So go do this now. So,
yeah, I can't agree.
I don't like it, but if it's at any point he's going to go back to it, it's not totally awful to do it now because otherwise he'd be going from the ship.
Yeah. He did make that save, so he can get back real quick.
Yeah. Like if you're going to go from the ship and check out Wavegate, it'd probably take the same amount of time to get there. So I don't fault him for doing it too much. I just for doing it now, but I do think it's a problem. Just like I would just leave it until last location.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, if that was the spot I would lose the seat on, I'd be like, okay. Eppy not going up the Hera, so I think he'll be doing the flute to what's it's called? Village of Outcast. There we go.
Yeah. Now, Dorkmaster has decided to go to Skull Woods first before.
Why did Eppy reset? What is here, Eppy? Tell us what thoughts permeate your brain right now, because
Mother Brain, maybe.
Why would you? Okay, you could do that now, but there's no point. It won't. Is he actually gonna go finish Super? He's gonna go finish Super, isn't he?
Yeah. Okay. Very unusual, but you got to do it at some point.
Very unusual. Huh. He is. This is an absolute full clear Super before basically touching any of Zelda. That's interesting.
So I have seen this a couple of times before, and in fact, I've seen it in chat mates as well. Times I've seen this done is when people aren't quite sure what they want to do in Link to the Past and just want some extra time to think about it whilst doing stuff that they will need to do to finish anyway.
Yes, but you've got so much in A Link to the Past. I mean, Hype Cave, Swamp, Village of Outcasts, Thieves Town. I mean, like, there's just so much to do. And like a couple of those are super high density on items. Like,
you're missing the bow, although you really only need the bow to get through Ganon's Tower. And if you're tricky with your mimic clips, you can even circumvent that bow from Ganon's Tower.
You could.
So,
I still need it for
but you're still
pod,
missing
though.
a sword. Yeah, you're still missing a sword. You're still missing a cane. You're still missing a fire rod. So,
But there's so much.
maybe wasn't quite sure what.
It's open. That's what. I mean, hey, this needs done, so you know it's not no harm. But I just never would have thought this would have been the the play. And also, I should mention, our tracker pointed out that Quake is required for Turtle Rock, so we're still a medallion short. Eppy does not know that, though.
Okay, yeah.
Eppy did not check the medallion.
Yeah, I totally missed out on Dorkmaster's side. Okay. So more items away from go mode.
Yeah.
At least he's not being a turtle doofus about this Muffin Brain play. He remembers to face fight.
That is correct. Save those 40 frames.
Dorkmaster stocking up on lots of blue potions here. He must just be feeling a bit more iffy about his Link to the Past play and just wants like red mail, maximum blue potions for complete safety.
Maybe. I mean, but with blue mail, 12 hearts is basically my kind of safety goal as far as hearts go. Before I really stop caring about getting them. Like, he is really prepared for a Link to the Past. I think he wants to be ready for this seed and the next one. Yeah, so Village of Outcasts. See what's in here. Skullwoods didn't really provide him anything in the bit he was able to dip. Oh, there's the swords. There's one of the items I need.
Definitely a nice item to get over the other ones, because then you can still keep hunting for other items, and if you get a tempered sword, even better.
Yes.
And Eppy now facing off against a sub to Mother Brain. Very rare occurrence, but
record pace. And another bomb drop from the bush. Okay, Dork, just stop rubbing it in. And dipping into Thieves Town, fully clearable crystal dungeon. And gets a compass.
It's a Fireward and a Cane Hunt, and both of those items don't really unlock much by themselves, they just unlock bosses.
Yeah.
So this is going to be quite a strenuous search for you, really.
Well, there's So hey, I think the Village of Outcast Thieves Town play is
pretty good, yes.
Because you get the 2 swords right away before you do any of the bosses, so very handy.
Maybe not going for a stand-up glitch here. Just going for the regular cutscene.
Doesn't want to chance the soft lock there. So yeah, Eppy is gonna be 1 game up on Dorkmaster here soon. This could be a very interesting finish if we're having the time between the 2 at the end here.
So how long would you say the average Turian and Mother Brain clear is, really?
I would say after Ganon, you're less than 10 minutes. If he does Ganon first, he's less than 10 minutes from completion. Because he's got full everything. It's probably closer to like 8.5 to 9 minutes to clear it. Yeah, Dork does still need to get Dragon. Hopefully he does not do a Dragon forget. We have seen a Phantoon skip and it didn't work out. Eppy pumping the brain full of rainbows and happiness. So that is a single G in chat sub 2 hours. Put it in for Eppy. He's got a game done.
Got a whole other game to do, though. Almost literally.
If I don't think you had this in mind when you started watching the feed. A 1 hour sub 153 G. Well, Eppy never has to touch Super Metroid again. The rest of the seed. It's strictly Zelda.
We're having a little trouble in this escape room due to the
lack of high jump.
Yeah.
This room's it's pretty awful without high jump. Yeah, Eppy is up 2 bosses right now. It's going to be 1 here shortly. But I guess I can't.
What?
Eppy forgetting that the door opens.
Maybe he just wants to turn off the acid, because now the acid's turned off, but, like, why?
Ooh, get some magic cape strats on blind. With that
Maybe
amount of
this is the point that Eppy realizes, oh, actually, I was doing
there's the
I have to go do Link to the Past now.
So yeah, we'll see where Eppy goes here. Since he's at this portal, maybe he's gonna go straight to Hype Cave. And maybe do Swamp. And yeah, as chat's pointing out, that is the first Zelda dungeon clear. 1 hour 54 minutes into this seed.
So maybe this is the mastermind play of I want to go do Swamp Palace first, so if I go to Mother Brain and then exit out, this puts me right by Swamp Palace.
You know, it could be. Yeah, he's gonna go check Hype Cave. It will affect him slightly because not having Tempered Sword, he'll either have to do menu or spin slashes on the boss. But wow, that's already a good start, Hype Cave.
There's very little chance of anything being in his Hype Cave now. We've got swords, we've got mail, we've got everything we want for Super
That
Metroid.
is
We've got loads of pieces of hard Hype
0
Cave.
out of 10 Hype Cave.
And another one in Digging Game.
0 out of 10. Our tracker saying it's a -1 out of 10. And 29 digs for that piece of heart. And no, Eppy's not going to Swamp yet. He's gonna do some Stumpy. Yeah, Stumpy.
Maybe go up to Beachtown
He can do
after.
the cave, which Dorkmaster will see here shortly. And it's just bombs. Dorkmaster not an autopilot because he did not collect those. Also, yeah, still no boots for Eppy.
Where were those boots? Were they in
They
dam?
were, yeah, they were in the dam. Eppy still has not gone there.
Oh my word. So, Eppy putting off Swamp still means no boots for him.
I am really surprised because Eppy's normally very big about the whole Agena check after the dam. So I'm.
I mean, we just got a bunch of early access to Super Metroid stuff, and he just put off the dam and the Gina for hours afterwards.
Yeah. Dorkmaster are going to start the Smith chain here. Maybe he'll be wrapping this in with the Swamp Dive.
More power bombs, doesn't need those.
Be doing lots of digs for disappointment. And the Smithies just refunding money. Oh, we'll get a mad batter.
No, Eppy does not want to do swamp. Okay.
No? Which, this will actually pay off for him, because he'll get the sword, so that'll make the boss much quicker.
Doesn't want to do the backsmith either.
3 bombs from the Mad Batter. That's a good start there. Also, yes, Ped is still alive.
We've
They got the
lamp.
lamp, but they have the
That's a
fire
blind.
sword.
So Ped totally could be Firerod.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it could be Quake.
We haven't seen her book anywhere first, so we don't know what. We don't have no chance of finding out what's on there. No reason really to go over there because we got no Firerod anyway to send us to the back of Skull, which will put us in a good spot to check out the Ped.
Yeah.
So that will remain a mystery for quite some time still.
So Dorkmaster fluted across to the purple chest, so I don't think he's going to jump in this one. You know, in my last seed, Screwtack was in that chest as well. I'm pretty sure this is rigged. Oh, we're getting a Nagina check now. Eppy gets his Master Sword. So that's one more item he can take off, not needing. But he's going to get another one in here anyway. And Nagina, just another piece of heart. I mean, 16 hearts, red mail, like 3 blue potions. Dorkmaster is absolutely loaded for Zelda. And he's going to death. No.
Yeah, just taking the quick food spot.
Oh, maybe he is going to swamp. Okay, yeah, he might be. Now, runners do have access to Ice Palace because they do have bomb moves.
Yeah, not like great because you know you need Cane of Samara to finish the seed anyway because of missing fire. So if you have Cane of Samara going into Ice Palace, you can do that. It's a nice icebreaker glitch to make Ice Palace so much faster. But you can definitely get in there full clearance regardless.
Yeah, I do know Eppy's not likely going to do Icebreaker. He knows of its existence, but I don't think he'll be doing it here. But we will get the swamp play. So Dorkmaster going for the density checks. When you need so many items, still not a bad thing to do. Yeah, these boots right now are killing me, Eppy. Let's see if we get something good out of swamp. First chest is just a vessel. One sword was in Murdia Sand Pit, one sword in Thieves Town. Plus the one in the chess game. So there's still a fourth one still out there. But that one's less useful than...
Probably hanging out in Ganon's Tower somewhere, as it often is.
Yeah.
It's got tons and tons of dungeon items to cover still, so they could be popping up anywhere.
Yeah, since there's been so little of a Link to the Past checked. At least the Dark World. Dark World is wide open. Yeah, Shack was just bomb expansion. That's a very convenient big key. for a missile. So I believe that's 2 items we found in here?
Yeah. Well, 3 items, because there was that missile in the front.
Oh, you're right.
He's actually going straight over to left side. I think I'd leave left side until after the boss, considering you found 3 items already, because good chance you find a map and or a compass over here, or both.
So Eppy's gonna do his blind fight here. So that's blind down. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, nothing that really speeds up blind here, but then just you've still got tons of swords and melee and health, but it takes the same amount of damage regardless of what items you have. So
yeah, but that's a crystal down for Eppy. Gets his lamp as well, so now he has his fire source. Let's see where he ends up going. Looks like he's doing the north checks here.
Not going towards Skullwoods just
he
yet.
Has not activated his flute yet, I don't believe.
Well.
Oh, wait,
no,
did he? No, I don't think he has.
No, I don't think so.
So yeah, left side of swamp, absolute garbage.
One more reserve at Bumper Ledge.
Oh, that was the reserve tank.
Yeah, I said one more reserve.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, sorry if I garbled at my speech.
No, you're fine. Well, Dorkmaster can do desert. Eppy can't because he still hasn't picked up the boots.
Yeah, we haven't seen Graveyard Blitz yet. We did see King's Tomb much earlier on.
Dorkmaster did actually come back here.
Yeah. Did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't believe this was anything. So yeah, these checks are gaining Dorkmaster a little bit more time back on Eppy. Yeah, and Eppy can't check King's Tomb. Does not have the boots yet.
And he's heading back left, maybe to go
Yeah, I'm hoping he's activating his flute, and then maybe he'll be doing the smithy chain at that point. And then hopefully he checks Swamp so he gets his boots finally.
Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, okay, good.
Now there was Dorkmaster did check out a bit of Skullwoods, and there wasn't really anything in there. Obviously no fire rod, so really Eppy should try and avoid it at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty likely that he won't avoid it, and he will be poking in to waste some time there checking out items, not finding anything.
Yeah, I think Dork only pulled 1 item out of there too, so there's still 1 more item in the back. Oh, getting a sick kid check. This was super lovely. Oh, there's the book.
So that unlocks the tablets at least.
Yep. And he can find out if it's a ped seed.
Eppy takes the portal back, is going south. Probably go to
Probably do the
blacksmith
smithy stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually, super convenient book because you can just go check out bombers immediately from here.
Yeah. And
Great from the sky.
required. That was progression. Oh boy. So that is big for Dorkmaster.
So that gets him all the way down to the bottom of Laser Bridge. Well,
Yep.
no, it does. Well, unless you're looking for keys.
Yeah.
Depends on the keys. If you got some keys lurking on the right side, locked by fire rod, then you can't get over to the bottom. But
Yeah.
I bet it's only a small fire rod down there, so it's possible to get all the way to the bottom without fire rod.
We'll see what Eppy does when he gets to that point. Hopefully, for his sake, he checks that right after Swamp. 'Cause that could be the turning point. And Dorkmaster's gonna get his.
I think if Eppy decides to go turn in the purple chest now, he's going to do Swamp after. I mean, of course, he could put me a line ahead, go do something else like Skullwoods or Ice Palace or
Yeah.
Pod and EP next. But
I mean, he
if I
knows
play
he
Swamp,
can-
it's a crystal dungeon. You really should just go in there.
Yeah, and he knows he can complete it.
Speaking of ice, Dorkmaster is heading over there.
He might be going to Meridia to clean up Dragon right now.
Yeah, he's angling south.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
he's staying
he's gonna
south. Okay.
do. So good. He did not forget. So he will gain one of those super bosses back. So yeah. Hopefully Eppy does the other checks down here and gets his boots as well, because he will need those for desert.
He has to drain the dam to get into Swamp, so unless
Oh,
he's
yeah.
choosing to completely forego Swamp, he's going to get those boots.
Yeah. But yeah, this screw attack's not really going to pay off, seeing how Super's done.
Time needed to full clear Swamp versus time needed to go clear Dragon, Shactal, and get and Plasma Beam.
The Meridia checks will be done.
Oh, Eppy. No, but he doesn't want to do Swamp. Okay.
No, he's going to the portal. Okay. Okay, good.
Okay, yeah. Never mind. See.
So
Yeah.
what's going to be important?
I forgot he didn't have a portal down there. He has to go to a portal up here.
What's going to be important is if he checks that tablet right after Swamp.
I mean, you have to, right? It's literally there. There's no other better
You would
time to
think
check it.
so, but in the heat of a race, it could.
They have been subverting expectations so far. To be
Look,
fair.
every time we say something, we've been wrong. Hey, there's your boots, Eppy. Thank you. So he doesn't know, but that is a item he needs. Plus, having boots is always nice anyway.
Does he need them?
Yeah, deserts was boots locked. Oh no, desert was a pendant. You're right. Never mind. Huh. He needed them for our sake.
True.
Maybe GT, but that's not like
things are still close between our runners here, so
Yeah.
boots versus no boots would give Dorkmaster a huge advantage going past the swamp here if Eppy didn't have those. But it's really hard to miss those boots. Much quicker Dragon kill for Dorkmaster here, because he has got the power of microwave here.
Yep. So that's a Dragon down. So now his super is set up to go get finished whenever.
I think Dorkmaster will come out quite a bit ahead here if he just decides to completely skip Shactal and Plasma Beam.
I have a feeling he's not going to check Shactal at least.
Yeah. We'll see what he does anyway. I think if I was going to check one, I would check both anyway, just to be fair.
He's been more willing to forego locations, although he did double back on Billy Mays.
Yeah. Like, I think it's more likely he will be checking both locations, but if he decides to skip one, he'll be skipping both. He's skipping.
Yeah, he's
skipping both. Okay.
Which he doesn't know, but that's a good move on his part. Also, that's not how you skip things. If you don't have spring ball, this is not how you want to do this. I guess it works eventually. But you can pass through the guys by simply jumping and holding down. And they'll just be like, oh, okay, you don't exist no more. They'll just kind of roll right through you.
Okay, Dorkmaster taking the save and crit, not going to go to Ice Palace just yet. He's thinking in a mountain. Or maybe he's just going to float somewhere. He's thinking.
He's thinking. Maybe he's going to do hair, because he's got the mirror.
Yeah.
Only a couple items, but this is a crystal dungeon. I appreciate that Eppy waited to get that spike trapped in the short space instead of the long space. No, SM is fully cleared. Every check has been done between both the runners. Dorkmaster has orphaned some checks, but unless there's some really trolly item, I don't see him going back there. So I believe Spike Cave. New check.
Yes. He has got so much health.
He really does. He's gonna have no problems. And it's just
Gets
a piece
more
of
health.
art.
He's quarter for health.
That Spike Cave, it just sort of loves you. And yes, Pet is still alive for both Fire Rod and the Kana. So that's...
Unless Bo is locked behind for those. We don't know where Bo is. We do need a Bo to finish the seed, granted.
Yes.
Unless you know how to mimic clip.
Well, no, they still need it for Eastern.
Eastern is dependent. Both Eastern and Polar.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm so glad you're here. I'd be so lost. Every dungeon is a crystal dungeon. It's much easier that way.
Okay, this is the kind of siege in which you could totally circumvent Bo. So,
It is.
there's a lot less items you need to check if you don't want to get Bo. The Firewall and Cane of Smite are elusive, and they are pretty much just locking bosses at this point rather than extra checks, so... Ugh.
Yeah.
20 rupees from the sky for Aoife.
So only one tablet useful. Alright, so he gets a couple of checks in here.
I'd definitely say that Dorkmaster is now ahead in general due to skipping Shakto and Plasma Beam.
Well, he still has like 8.5 to 9 minutes of catch up to do.
Oh yeah, of course, Bubba.
Yeah.
You don't think about
You don't think about it, but but yeah, Eppy's already went ahead and cleared it, so
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
it's not the full amount of
so,
time
yeah,
because
yeah.
Eppy's.
Okay.
But yeah, there.
I put them there. Okay. So with that buffer brain advantage, I put Eppy about equals slightly ahead still. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Eppy's probably a minute or two
You
ahead. at this
almost
point.
never see it.
The full clear super in SMZ3 before touching a single Link to the Past thing. It's not. Not common.
Single arrow in the wrong tower. It's normally in Ganon's tower.
It's... So, Eppy, at this point, for his sake, hopefully better check that tablet. That's right there. He doesn't know this medallion's needed, but it is. We'll see what he does. So we get the troll arm, and it looks like... Okay, good. He is going that way. So yeah.
super quick model.
And there's an item in the basement. You know, Green Pendant Pod. There's quite a few items in there too.
Yeah, and the pendant handing is right there. But like, just go do Ice Palace first, really.
Yeah,
and then think
that's
about what you want
required
to do. Yeah, do Ice Palace first, and then worry about like. I'd definitely be thinking the Pod and EP combo right after Ice Palace, but Ice Palace first, definitely, because that's a crystal.
Pendant combo everybody loves. So we'll see.
Be getting in the 2 hour 18 again, probably wanting to have checked that actually 18 minutes in or 8 minutes in rather than 2 hours 18. But so he put off those boots for a super long time, but they didn't really matter much because he weren't doing anything in Link to the Past anyway.
Yeah, he really didn't do anything in A Link to the Past for him. So Eppy also, these runners are just following each other basically. Eppy will probably make the Spike Cave play before going into here. Our basement item is another Herc. They are going to have maximum health soon. There's 18 hearts.
I'm sure he skipped some pieces for heart, right? There's got to be like some piece of heart that was sitting out in the open Super Metroid that they didn't pick up. So you can't max out your health. Please don't max out your health.
Also, is he going to finish Super?
What? Huh?
Or is he going to do some one-off checks?
I
wouldn't think he would, because
I don't think he's checked out the room up above here that's locked by Powerbomb.
I think he did check that earlier before Gauntlet.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, he must have checked it.
He's...
I didn't see him.
Oh my goodness, I am actually... Okay. He is going to go finish off Super Metroid. So this is the time Eppy is going to gang back a little bit here. So now we'll really see who's where they're at, because they're basically following each other at this point.
This is quite unbelievable, I must say.
There's going to be some serious single Gs well before the second G in this one. See, I wonder if it's just because the Eastern pod pendant combo is kind of... They don't want to do ice, so they're kind of thinking that, do they really want to do the pendants, or do they actually do ice? I mean, as a crystal, ice obviously makes more sense.
I mean, Ice Palace is a slow dungeon if you're not in go mode. It's a lot faster if you know how to do Icebreaker, but you mentioned before that didn't think Eppy...
Eppy I don't think he's going to be doing
Icebreaker.
That.
We didn't see either runner do...
They don't have pain anyway, so...
Yeah. Like, we didn't see either runners do Diver Damage, just like the next glitch along to Icebreaker. It's on Palace, so quite likely neither of them know how to do Icebreaker or want to do it, so they've got slow Ice Palaces, so there's a prospect of a Crystal Dungeon up by big dives into dungeons that they either can't complete or are pendants. None of them are appealing prospects, but just like the early Mother Brains just really seem like treading water to me.
Yeah.
Something you do because you've got to do it, but at the same time it doesn't really get you anything, so...
Yeah, I mean, this is a think session going on. So Eppy going back into the basement as well. So yeah, after... They are basically... Eppy's going to be just a couple minutes ahead. And then where do they go? That's going to be the big thing.
He has got to do Bonk Rocks and Kings too.
Yes, and he's been very thorough about these checks, so I could definitely see him doing that.
He hasn't been into deserts. Dorkmaster has. I don't think Eppy's likely to go to desert before anything else.
Yeah, he was just there, and he left that behind, so I think... Man, this has been.
Do a dive into Turtle Rock hoping for items. Like
You can't get in without Kane.
Oh yeah, true. Okay. Ah.
I mean, they can do ice with bombos, which may be required. Yeah, where are you? Where are you going at this point, Eppy? Show us what the next move that Dorkmaster's going to do. Oh, he's checking tablet.
That is 60. How many supers is that? That's 65 supers. I think that's a maximum amount, right?
I believe you can get more. I actually don't know. I don't know. I don't know the totals exactly. So where? Oh, Eppy must be going to Spike Cave now. Or okay, yeah.
Just wondering a bit about in confusion.
Our runners are basically going to be even coming out of this mother brain.
I missed the early IRC chat. Maybe this was just a gentleman's agreement to do Mother Brain as soon as possible.
So, yep, that's the piece of heart there. So where do you go, Eppy? Going to Link's house. So that... Quick shot to Ice Palace. Oh, no, he's doing Hyrule Castle.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this was one more thing that Dorkmaster's done that Eppy hasn't. Okay.
So, Dorkmaster will be in the lead after this, because this is not going to do anything.
Did Dorkmaster do Duck Cross?
I don't remember. I don't know if they got the map or not. I know they got the key. Yeah, Eppy is still sticking with his very, very thorough check overworld stuff.
Yeah, I just completely disagree with doing this over Ice Palace though.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this.
At least the Fund for Escape isn't really time-consuming. And if we haven't seen that Dark Cross, then we'll get to see it anyway on Eppy's side. Eppy also on 17 heart containers.
Very healthy seed we've got here. Yeah, I would tend to agree dipping Eastern over this, but we'll see where he goes next. He'll still have just a little bit of a lead. And yeah, there's a map in Dark Cross, so no need to go there.
Okay.
Alright, Eppy.
He's going there anyway.
Well, they did check the other thing a long while ago, so he probably doesn't remember. So never mind. Where do you go, Dork? He's had a long time to think about this. So get your single G's in chat for Dork. He has also finished Super Metroid. Sub 230. So yeah, our runners are basically even. I mean, Eppy has... Oh, it looks like he's going to do the pendant stuff.
Okay.
So he's doing this over completable crystal. I'm not sure I agree with this.
I mean, I totally abhor Ice Palace, especially because I'm all for the bomb jump personally. I just cannot do the bomb jump. I cannot get the precise movements down for the
Yeah, I mean, it can be. Or he's
and
not
for the
doing
same
that.
reason,
Never
I
mind.
can't do Icebreaker, but
Oh, he's gonna
I
check.
still would do Ice
Yeah.
Palace over it. Okay.
Again, very thorough overworld stuff.
Yeah, but I really wouldn't be like delaying the dungeons at this point. There's so much you can do in the dungeons.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we said it, so of course I'm not going to do that. So
It's not on the
along,
pyramid.
yep, nothing useful. Especially since both runners have no need for super anymore. So yeah, Dork is joining back into the Link to the Past part. We'll see what he does here. Doesn't look like going to ice since he was right there. What is he doing? Eppy is gonna get some potions, I believe.
Yeah, he's going ice. I mean, he just wants to top off his health first.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, Dorkmaster is gonna go in here. So we'll see what pays off here.
We definitely have not seen Catfish. This could be something.
Yeah, this could be.
I don't think Eppy did Sora either, did he?
No, he didn't have the money at the time.
Okay, so he's going to root this in with Sora. Okay, so this definitely wasn't anything on Dorkmaster's side. I think it was just like some bombs or missiles or whatever.
Oh, that's the fire rod!
That's a fire rod!
Oh my goodness. Okay. So he needs cane and bow.
So this just swung a lot in Eppy's favor now, because like Catfish is so out of the way for Dorkmaster.
Yeah, cane and bow.
That's it, mushrooms. No, it's not so much out of the way now.
Yeah, he can route that in with it if he got it on his mind. Wow, that catfish. I wouldn't be upset at Eppy's routing, but his thoroughness has been paying off. And yeah, there's your scam.
Okay, so if I was Eppy, I wouldn't do Ice Palace. Now I go to Skullwoods.
Yeah, I would do Skullwoods now. Yep, he's going to sink. Oh,
okay, he's got to do his boost next first, because he didn't do this here. Yeah. I don't
probably going to take the King's Tomb and do that next. And Dorkmaster are going to get set up for the bomb jump here. Which, if you're interested in learning any Link to the Past stuff, or SMZ3, I definitely recommend. Is a bit tricky. You do need to be somewhat precise in your positioning, but this is a super valuable trick to have, because Ice Palace sucks. So the bomb jump is very nice. Icebreaker is also very nice. Eppy, where are you? Are you going to? Yeah, okay. Just flipping there.
Get 2 items in Skullwoods, and we've only seen 1 of the items in Skullwoods. Get a crystal, check Pesto on your way.
Yeah.
Very low chance that it can be that the Pesto is needed at this point, because it can only be cane, but still possible.
Yeah, and now this piece of routing from Eppy, I also don't agree with this. When you have the ability to clear Skullwoods and you are going to check everything, I always prefer starting at the back and working my way toward the front. In case both items are back there, you'll get both items and not have to touch anything up front.
After making his way over to Iced Tea.
Let's see. Is there something good here?
The key.
Okay. It's something. Nope.
What you doing, Eppy?
He's
Trying
gonna.
to hook shot across.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. There's the first item, just the 20 rupees. So now he does just have the big key spot on the chest and the boss in the back. And we'll see if we get a ped check from him here as well. Oh. Looks like Eppy's having a bit of a slideshow going on there.
Yeah, hopefully we can catch the items between the frames. Okay, the frames are back. Lag spikes happen.
Yep.
Oh, there's those high jump boots on the right side of your ice palace.
Absolutely useless at this point in time. They've already done super.
Dorkmaster hasn't like completely cleared super, but he's missing Shactal and Plasma, and I think that's it. So he's done all the important stuff, and nothing he needs to. He can do back there is necessary.
I don't think there's gonna be anything. So Eppy, is he gonna? He's gonna go straight in. Okay.
And that's a small key in the big chest.
Yeah, so I believe Cold Steer has to have an item.
I think so, yeah. There's 3 items in Ice Palace normally, and I think we've seen 2.
Oh, Eppy, you just used too much magic.
Yeah, he's got blue potions, and he's got the refills here, plus that lamp, so he'll be fine. Just won't really have any firework shots for... Won't really have any firework shots for Muffler, but it doesn't matter too much because he's got Tempered Sword and tons of health and red mail for it. Actually going to lose the last of his magic to powder the anti-fairy.
Just make sure he has the health. Cold Stare is getting taken care of. And, oh nope, that was a gun. So,
okay.
Ice Palace is a bust. You know, I really want to be upset at these overall checks, but it's kind of hard when they keep working. And that is Moth Throwdown for Eppy. Just the map, so it's in last item in Skull is in that chest. Gonna go back in, I would hope. Oh, that's true. He did get the mushroom out of there. Oh no, he's checking it now. This might delay Catfish for a while.
Yeah. This super orphans Catfish. If he's going to do Catfish, it's probably going to be after part of the EP. He might do it before, but
oh, here comes the ped check. And Mushroom. Mushroom is a bust. And ped is a bust.
Okay, that's good. So Tracker Error did point out that Pyramid Fairy could still be possible. It could be the bow on Pyramid Fairy.
Oh.
Because 5-6 are Turtle Rock and I think, Turtle Rock and Skullwoods.
Eppy now jumping to Ice Palace. He'll end up full clearing this, but not going to lose any time because Dorkmaster also did.
I'm making the same mistake that somebody else did, where you look at the bottom of Morpheus Sprite and think it's a little star. It's not. It's the 5-6 Ice Palace and Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
Okay, Eppy's finally heading into Ice Palace. So we know this is a total bust, but I still think it's the correct play to do over like everything else.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, the correct play was to go to Catfish and get your Firewall, but So it's looking like we have got a lot of pendant dives ahead of us to get our Cane of
Yeah.
Sly.
Yeah, because
And wait, Dorkmaster is heading up to Catfish
oh, he's
before
gonna go. Okay, this is good for him.
EP Pod.
This is good.
So this puts things really close between Eppy and
They are
Dorkmaster.
still right on top of each other.
Eppy has pretty much all of Ice Palace to do. Dorkmaster has to go to the back of Skull Woods. I would give the advantage to Dorkmaster at this point.
Yeah, because he's already checked the front of Skull, so he'll be able to go in and clear that out really quick. Do the boss. Get the one garbage item out.
Is not mirroring instantly to go to Skull Woods. Oh no, he's saving quitting instead. Just walking off a bit. I was thinking he's going to go wander down to Palace of Darkness, but I think it would still been quicker to just take a save and quit and float over to the portal to go to Palace of Darkness if he wanted to do that first. But I think he's going to do Skull Woods next.
Yeah, it's a crystal. I mean, he can knock this out quick. Get this one check, and he'll probably check Pet as well, just because that's probably creeping on his mind a little. So yeah, we did get some divergence from the runners, but then immediately they just meet back up right after. Oh, Eppy is just go moding this, I think. Oh no, never mind. He did the bomb.
Yeah, he's taking the long route around.
Yeah. Because the switch, that's right. I've never seen this dungeon before. I don't know how it works.
I've seen this done a million times, and I'm still not entirely sure how it works.
So, get ready for another Mothra fight here. Normally it's a bit more dangerous, but our runners are stacked on health.
Okay, yeah, just have not had enough magic for the Pharaoh shot. I was going to point out that he could have picked up that lucky small magic drop if he didn't quite have enough. But
that was
enough.
A snipe by that floor master. And a very quick Mothra there. Eppy also getting his high jump boots he no longer needs.
Definitely won't make any advantage of them because he's done everything.
Yeah, he's cleared everything, so there's no need for him to even think about going back.
If he grabs this map, has to go back to the big chest and then get down to Cold Stare. So Dorkmaster's going to pull a little bit ahead from here. Oh, there's a shovel there.
It is
I
the
missed that
shovel.
on Eppy's side.
I'm actually surprised Eppy did not do the overworld check before typing a dungeon. Well, we'll see if Dark does. Yeah, now he finds Pet is dead.
You can't flute there. Gotta go out the log to flute.
So yeah, this is a bit of a hard question for the runners now. Like, what do you want to do, as Chat's mentioning, do you want to do the Meyer dip, which is a crystal, and hope for a vanilla cane? Or do you start dipping the pendants? The pendants are really tempting. There's a lot of items right there.
But going for like a Meyer dip is definitely the gambly I want to win this play. And if you go do that, it depends really how far ahead or behind you think you are. Like, if you think you're behind, absolutely go for it. Because if you don't get anything, then you're still behind anyway. Yeah. If you think you're ahead, there's also a good argument for going for it, just because
he's going for the pendant.
Yeah, he's going for the pendant.
There is still one item in desert on Land Molus. We only got one item out the front. Unless... Eppy should be able to take care of the last cream puff here. So once again, runners tied up on bosses, crystals,
and games.
Yeah, this has been quite an entertaining match. Yeah, so Dorkmaster gonna jump in the pod real quick. He'll find out if it's bow locked. Eppy.
Yeah, that's a good shout out actually. So you could definitely person glitch your way through pod, but if you find your bow locked, there's not really any reason to continue pod because you need that bow anyway.
Yeah. Yep, there's the bow! It's bow locked. Oh, Eppy is not doing the Dark World, is gonna jump into Eastern. Oh wait, no, there he goes. Okay.
He's just being a bit absent-minded again.
So we are just looking for the cane. You know, I'm actually kind of curious if you would take that bow and just clear Eastern right after with that first chest. The checks in there are quicker.
Hey, but you do get more total in here in pod, plus a green pendant, so...
There are more total in pod, yeah.
Like in Eastern, it's quicker to do the whole dungeon, yeah, but you have to do a lot of looping around to get the items. Whereas pod is more bam bam, chest after chest. If you do go over to Helmer's granted, that takes quite a bit of time to get to Helmer's Hall, but I think the time between chests is quicker in pod than it is in Eastern.
Yeah, so hopefully...
And you definitely don't get anything for clearing Eastern unless there's an item on the boss. Whereas with a pod, you've still got that green pendant, and you can hand in that green pendant really quickly.
Well, they know Pet is dead, so they could leave as soon as they realize they got all the items. But Eppy is dipping in the pod here. Going to be very happy with the bow. We'll see what... I imagine he's going to end up clearing this dungeon.
So, 2 hours 47 minutes in, our runners are neck and neck.
They really are. You know, and I think Eppy feels a little more comfortable than Dorkmaster does in Zelda.
Yeah, Dorkmaster went out of his way for that red mail, and he stocked up on a lot of blue potions before doing anything in Link so fast.
Yeah.
So this could come down to Ganon's tax execution, potentially.
Yeah, since they're following each other, I don't think there's going to be much deviation here. As long as Dorkmaster doesn't get the urge to go back to Shacktool.
Yeah, so there's that urge. If he goes back to Shacktool and Plasma Beam, then oh boy, Eppy gets a big time advantage there. Yeah. Skipping those 2 checks has done him a whole lot of work. And that's why I always say, always skip Shacktool. It's never worth it.
He doesn't mean that, chat.
And Eppy did both did Sactal and went very far out of the way to go to Wave Gate much later after actually getting the Wave Beam. So that cost him more time. So just those out of the way checks could cost Eppy the game here. We'll have to see, because it's still really close between these two.
Yeah.
Okay, compass and the big chest.
Yep, now it's just going to Homosaur. I believe there's one item on him. Plus, well, I forgot that chest, which isn't anything, but... did he mean to me? I don't think so. He probably thought he had bombs out. Saw something blue.
Yeah, probably. It happens.
Yeah. Accidental mirrors are a thing. Unfortunately.
Yeah, he's got to go check out this big key chest, which was just another small key for Eppy.
Yeah, if he was able to keep count, he would have known this was a small key, but the key logic in pod is definitely kind of weird.
It's something I can never remember myself, so but if you do count your keys correctly, you know that you'll be spending a key to get a key. And especially if you do the back first before that big key chest, you can, before going to the chest where the big key normally would be, you can generally work it out and see, I actually don't need a key here to go get that chest. I can just save that key and go to Helmasaur.
Yep.
Yeah, Eppy went for that check before going for the back of Scar for Eastern Palace, Eastern Palace, Palace of Darkness. And I noticed, if you count your keys correctly and from what chests they are, you can work out if that chest is going to be a small key or not, but I do not remember the methodology for it.
What I know, there's 4 keys up front. And that's all the further I got. Or at least 4 keys up front, I should say. So yeah, both runners. We'll see how far apart they are here once. He wanted to see the route.
But he'd opened the door, right? He didn't need to save the key because he'd opened the door, right? Why am I imagining things?
No, he's fine. Eppy. Now this is interesting. Yeah, Eppy, you did a thing. You have to go.
Okay, just being a bit weird there.
Yeah.
It's costing him time that he can't really afford to lose.
So that's about a 2150 entry on Homastore. We'll see when Eppy gets there. I think I would do Eastern. That way I don't have to backtrack to Eastern if Green Pendant is trash.
I think I would just hand it in the Green Pendant first myself, but
If it's it, that would definitely be quicker. That's Helmasaur down.
And he coughs up
Yes.
an arrow upgrade.
Yeah, Eppy's going to be between like 1.5 to 2 minutes behind here. He's diving into Eastern here. Oh, there we go. Okay, had a stream stutter there. So yeah, about a minute 40 behind on Eppy. Some time he's got to make up. But still, this late in, almost 3 hours, this is a really close match. And that's almost over.
Powerbomb's first item in EP.
And as per usual, runners are following each other, so Eppy's going straight into Eastern as well.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. It saves you the backtracking. There's not that big a lap backtrack. It's about probably 25 seconds to walk over there and back. So...
Oh, that was all 3 items. Oh, Dorkmaster doesn't realize he has all the items out of the dungeon.
Oh.
There's just a map and compass left, and the big key. So, if Eppy realizes this will save him some time. As long as he realizes the 3 items. Our runners may be just about even coming out of this dungeon.
Okay, so yeah, there was 3 items because I thought I saw a map in the first chest, but I did not.
He's leaving the chest? What is he? Did he confuse which one was the green?
Possibly. He knows he has all the items because he just walked straight by that big chest.
Yeah, Eppy is bailing.
You think?
I
Yeah,
wonder
he
if
thinks it's vanilla green pendant. Okay.
Yeah, he must think this is the green pendant. So yeah, Eppy's now in the lead. This is... We got some lead changes going on. So is green pendant the answer?
Oh, oh, he's mirroring.
I think he just realized. Is this? That's it! That's it! We are in go mode.
Oh my, and they're going to be in go mode less than 30 seconds apart. Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Dorkmaster, he kind of...
Goofed.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a goof there, but... So yeah, now it's going to be an execution battle. They are going to be entering go mode. Basically just 30 seconds apart.
Oh, he's not happy.
He doesn't realize it, but he's really close right now, though. So yeah, this is just an execution fight from here on. Yep, both making the smart play to go to Meyer.
Eppy goes in at 2:57.08. And Dorkmaster goes in at 2:57.30, so 22 seconds apart. Wow. That is so close, considering we're almost 3 hours into a SMZ3 seed.
Getting a little bodied in this Wizard room.
Yeah. So he has sword beams, he can make this room super efficient, otherwise he can just decide to pitch through it with a medallion.
Yeah. So, runners will be wanting a Godmire here. See if they get a big key early on here. That's what they'll be hoping for. That's not what they want.
No, that's compass.
Meyer can be quite bad. There's still one chest here. If the big key is... Nope, small key. Unfortunately, no Godmire here. So they're going to have to go on a big key hunt.
Didn't quite hit the switch because of his iframes from the spikes there. So I have to go back again.
Little known fact, but Link does not weigh anything when he's hurt.
He can still fall down pits when he's hurt.
The gravity's different there. I don't know
Unless
how.
you're bomb jumping, of course. Then gravity doesn't apply for reasons.
That's the map.
A map in a map chest.
There's the big
Big
key.
key.
So he...
Oh.
Dorkmaster gaining the lead here, because Eppy is going
Eppy's
to
going for the cutscene. Oh!
3 dungeons, 3 straight lead changes. And yeah, unfortunately, Turtle Rock's really not going to do much for catching up beyond execution. 'Cause Turtle Rock is very straightforward.
How does 2 anti-phase on the way to the big key door? Both our runners have got lamp for blind, so there's no chance of accidents down here in the dark rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crystal switch. Well, that's yeah, just the switch there. It can be tricky to get used to if you haven't done it too often in the dark. You can be fumbling around for a bit trying to find it, and that can cost quite a bit of time.
Yeah. So we'll have to keep track here. See how much time Dork pulled out from this. He was 22 seconds behind entering.
Yeah, considering this race is this close, I can absolutely say that if Eppy loses, it's down to Shaq 2. I'm really happy about saying that.
Don't be hating on poor Shactool.
Right, Dorkmaster gets to Vitreous at 3 hours, 1 minute, 17. Eppy's about 30, 40 behind, I'd say. Silver House makes this pretty quick and easy.
So that is...
That's crystal number 6, and now I've got Turtle Rock coming up. Mostly linear dungeon.
Yep, there's not much time to gain in that dungeon. And Eppy, very confident in his Vitreous, not bothering to powder any of the anti-fairies there. And Dork getting a little bouldered. Oh, there. Eppy decides to powder that one. A little safety.
Okay, about a minute and 15 seconds behind Dorkmaster, but oh, this is close.
Yeah.
It's down to Grand Attack execution or left side versus right side. Now, Eppy, I think, has 1 or 2 blue potions, and Dorkmaster definitely has 3 blue potions. I don't think he did
Yes.
any in iPad, so
Neither
that is a
of
lot
them
of
are in
safeties we
danger.
have. So if you miss some shots on Trinex, then you've got plenty of backup magic, so unlikely to run into trouble there.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing that could throw runners for a loop would be running out of magic, since they don't have half magic. But it's very unlikely since they both have stocked up on potions.
Yep. Eppy is gonna fly into Death Mountain right as Dorkmaster opens up the dungeon.
This is to flute over rather than take the save and quit, which I think is a bit more efficient because Dorkmaster after save and quit went to speak to the old man and to refill his health. Whereas Eppy didn't need to do that because, of course, you're maxed health after killing a boss.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see what kind of layout this gives them.
Okay, first chest big key, so you would be forced over to the right side if you came in here without a fire rod.
This big key does mean, though, that they might be able to skip a chest. Potentially skip laser bridge depending on key layout. Which is about the only thing you could ever change in Turtle Rock here. But this still depends on the key layout.
Saves a few seconds there by getting the quick hook shot off.
Yep.
And a nice cane dash for the spike rollers.
Ooh, they got 2 keys right there. This is potentially promising for laser bridge skip. Everyone's favorite room.
Takes quite a few hits to chain jumps there, but he's got red mail and 18 hearts, so...
I mean...
if there's ever time to face tank chain jumps, that is it.
Safer than 3 hearts green mail. Happy not getting the quicker hookshot, but still getting the hookshot off. Dorkmaster still wanting to keep maximum health at all times.
He's waiting for the bunny beam there, I think. Didn't want to put up with a potential bunny. Yeah. Not checking out the lava chest, which is fine because he's...
he's able to steal the key.
No need to. He's got the big key.
Yeah, he's got the big key, so he doesn't need to check that.
Best it's a key to get a key.
Yeah, so...
Oh, out of magic.
Oh, that's...
I think he's got enough for a Samaya block to get into through the basement.
Yeah. Just a map in the big chest. So if there's a key in the little roller room right here, they can skip laser bridge.
Oh, he's used his last bit of magic to hit the crystal crit, so he is going to need a potion now.
Yep. But they can skip. They can skip laser bridge. So as far as Turtle Rock goes, this is about as friendly as it gets. Doesn't really save that much time.
And you can't get anywhere in the dungeon without the fire rod, so even if you were to dip in here hoping to find the fire rod, you'd be forced out pretty quickly. So, yeah, very friendly to Turtle Rock. Skips Laser Bridge.
Yep. I don't think I've ever had a seed where I've been able to do that. Alright, so Dork is going to be entering Trinex here. Just about 3-0. .308.53.
Switches to the fire rod before the head blows up, which saves you waiting for the head to finish blowing up before you can actually change items. Because that stops your menu from working well as the head is blowing up. The main head does go in for another bite there before the main body explodes.
No. It's taking an alternate path to the switch there. Yeah, I do think Dorkmaster is actually gaining some time on Eppy here. I think his execution has been a little bit better, a little bit cleaner.
Eppy is low on health and magic, so he's going to have to dip into his potion here for Trinex. Well, actually, he can get a refill.
Yeah, he can get an anti-fairy.
He can get a refill from the anti-fairy there, and then get the full magic up ahead. So he could skip that blue potion actually.
All right, so
Dorkmaster still has at least 2 blue potions left, so he's not going to be in a bad spot for GT.
And speaking of Dorkmaster,
if you're talking about an execution, he had a bit of trouble hitting the crystal block there and got bounced around by the pokey there.
Yeah. So we've already got plenty of guesses in chat for the big key location. There are 22 spots it can be in, so if you get it right, Revolving Ocelot will find you a cheeseburger.
I wish I could. There's actually no burger places in my local town. Literally.
Well, that's disappointing.
And even if they were, they're probably closed now anyway, so...
Well, probably, yeah. Yep, that's... We'll see what happens here as far as...
Small key. I think continue right, get the 4 chests, and then go left.
And he is. So, depending on where the big key is and what Eppy does, this could make up the time.
No goofy tower room gamble. Not just yet, but Nokia haven't gone goofed enough for that.
Yeah. Hasn't seen the dot done yet, so he's not gonna...
He's hesitating. He's not too comfortable with going through this room, so he was hesitating a bit to wait for those wall masters. Does get through safely though, doesn't get grabbed or lose his magic. Actually taking the time to kill the Gibdos here. Eppy about to enter the tower. If he goes left, he could save some time. Okay.
Is that number 6, I believe?
Yeah. Well, number 5. Yeah, number 6.
So if Eppy goes left, unless Big Key is vanilla or French vanilla down there.
Eppy's going right, so...
well, he's going to start off with it, right? He's going right.
Yeah. I mean, he could have gone left and pulled ahead if he chose to go out. At the point, he'd be able to speed us behind, but no, he's going to do the 4 chests. If a big key is behind Bob or Ice Armos, then he could potentially save for some more time by going full right, but that's quite unusual as far as GT routing goes. Okay, Stalfos room. Buttersword.
Hey, that's number 9 in the butter, so...
I was worried about there being a sword in GT.
You were. believe that's 10 checks? 10 or 11? I completely lost count.
11, because there's 4 there plus a torch.
Oh, right, torch.
So it's number 12. Super missiles. And for the record, my regular guess for big keys is generally 19, because I like it to be in the vanilla chest behind ISO, almost after having seen the right side and left side. But I never wish it to be like Tyrant, because I'm not such a complete troll. I just like it to have again to pick up maximum safeties. But in this case, I've honest, I've got all the safeties they could possibly want already. So.
Yeah, there's literally nothing they could want in here. But even the routing through GT is the same. These runners have been on top each other. What are we at now? 13?
Yeah, 13. So 14, 15, 16, 17 in here. There's you.
Wow, this key. You know, if either of them made the full right play.
Oh, Eppy takes a fall in the hookshot room. Has to go back again. Oh, takes another fall.
Oh.
If this is mistakes he cannot really afford to be making when it's this close. Oh no, it takes another fall. When it's this close, mistakes make a huge difference here.
Yeah,
and it's generally not this close in like a 3-hour plus seed. You tend to see these kind of close races when it's like a 1 hour into a link to pass seed. But this close 3 hours in for SMZ3 is very unusual and very exciting to see. But oh, Eppy is struggling.
So yeah,
okay, so
if they'd gone full right, if either of them had done that.
Looks
although
like
it could be covered.
Yeah, if it's Tower Room, then routing in GT means nothing aside from meme plays. So 19 is E-Tank, 20 is Big Key.
That's 20. Did anyone even say 20? I don't believe so. We had a 19 in there.
We had a 19 and we had a 21. The 19 was first, so I say congratulations to 2D Tones. You can open up a burger shop in my local town at your leisure.
You might really like that. So yeah, now they got the execution heavy gauntlet. That's nobody's favorite in A Link to the Past.
The only thing everyone could possibly want is half magic. That would just let you fire everything up here in the tower. But having silver arrows, and especially if the hour capacity upgrades you can get in super in SMZ3, just makes it super free to snipe everything.
Yeah,
and if you just want to bully everything down with your gold sword, you've got 18 hearts in the hut and a red mail, so easy. Although granted, Eppy only has 17 hearts. Only 17 hearts.
Only, yes. Hey, Eppy actually picked at 21, so... you know... If Eppy had gotten in there first, we would have had a winner in that. An actual...
Use this to powder the bunny beam outside the lamb molars too, which changes their pattern a bit and makes them not quite as easy to one cycle. I don't think there's really much need to powder the bunny beam there. He was still on like 16 hearts.
Yeah,
He's just
he
playing
was-
this super safe.
Doesn't want to have the off chance of dying somewhere in here.
So that was a 3-cycle land modus. Eppy could catch up some time here, but he's been falling behind due to his mistakes after the Stalfos run there, so...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, getting near the end, other runner hasn't finished yet. A little bit of nerves might be getting to you. Been 3 hours, 20 minute seed. That's to keep up your focus for that long. It can be hard.
Yeah, SMZ3 generally being... Like, if you're used to Link to the Past Randomizer and want to dip into this, SMZ3 obviously is a much longer race randomizer to go through, and it definitely tests your endurance, especially when if you've got if you have to do like tons of checks to get into go mode, which was pretty much the case here. Luckily, it was mostly efficient checks and routing, so you didn't have to like go out of your way back and forth to go check stuff, which is why we're not looking at a awful 4-hour seed rather than, and instead more of a just over 3-hour seed. So I would say generally for SMZ3, 3 hours is a fairly average time. So if you ever want to get into this, that's kind of the ballpark figure you want to aim for. Obviously, if you're like me and you're absolutely pathetic at the games, then you might be taking more like 4 to 5 hours, but...
Yes. When you first start out, definitely. It's... Alright, so is Molnorm gonna... Oh, that magic cape's gonna make sure Molnorm does not play in this at all. I can't disagree. I have had troubles with Molnorm.
You spend a little bit of magic to ensure absolute safety, you don't fall down the hole, and you know you've got 2 blue potions for Ganon. So, I'm fine with that, honestly.
Yeah, that's a smart play. You're gonna make sure you're not gonna lose because of stupid Molnorm.
I don't know what he was hoping for from Molnorm 2 chest. He's got literally everything. Maybe like a 3 blue potion, because I think he said he got 3 bottles, right?
I think he has 2 blue potions.
He used 1 in Tower Rock, and he's still got 2 left, because I remember him buying 3. Yeah. So he's got at least 3 bottles. I think 1 bottle is still AWOL, but we will never see that.
He does have to use 1 there. But again, with Gold Sword, Silvers, Ganons shouldn't be too much of a... Ooh, that was...
Eppy's having some trouble in the torch room here. I saw him dip into that one of his blue potions.
Here's Aga 2 for Dork. Yeah, Eppy's been... It's probably nerves that are getting... a little bit frazzled at the seed. If he's making sure it doesn't get the glitch.
I've only seen 1 person get caught by that glitch, and it's awful to see. Once you make that mistake, it's a mistake you would never make again. It's awful.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, if you go up the stairs at the same frame as the door in the previous room closes, you despawn a tower, which seems great at first because you've got no enemies in your way, but then you realise you can't actually finish the tower because there's no Moldorm 2, and even if you go to Hovercroft's Gap, there's no Aga 2 to actually finish the dungeon. So,
the blue potions, Dork is gonna make sure to get the 1 cycle here on Ganon.
If he takes down Moldorm 2, getting bounced around a little bit, doesn't take a fall, doesn't use a cape either. Also opens the chest.
I approve of the chest grab.
Dorkmaster 8 in phase 4. Doesn't really need to torch glitch here. Oh, doesn't get the first hit in, so...
Let's get torch glitch, though.
Yeah. Actually, really good timing on that torch glitch. Ooh, that's a good spot for a double.
Nice.
This is just going to be a single. Tries for a double anyway, but doesn't work when he's up against it like that.
So 1 more arrow. And that's going to be clean. So that's going to be a GG for Dorkmaster Flek. And a very close race. We'll wait for an official time here. And the official time is 3 hours, 23 minutes, and 2 seconds. So once again, GG's to Dorkmaster Flek for pulling off an incredibly tight race here.
Now we do have another race coming up on here on SpeedGaming 3. We don't know if we're going to have time for runner interviews or not, but at the very least we're going to see if Eppy can. Well, we'll finish this. I'm pretty sure he's going to finish this.
Yeah, pretty sure he'll finish this.
Oh, we are joined by Dorkmaster now, so we can do a tiny bit of an interview whilst we watch Eppy finish. So, GG, Dorkmaster.
Yeah, GG. Thank you. I guess we don't have much time, so thank you. Preliminary thank yous for the commentary and the restream and everybody and the tracking.
Yeah, no, that was an exciting race to watch. Neither of you did much different. So that was very, very interesting to watch there. Both finished super way early. You had a few deviations, but then immediately after you both crossed paths when you did the thing the other runner did, so you never gained or lost any time with any of those checks. So
yeah, it was just kind of like whatever order you wanted to do them in didn't really matter that much.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Super Metroid was just, the whole thing was open. So, well,
Yeah.
not coming back in a little while, and that bow location, what the hell? That was actually, I think that might be the worst possible location it can be, because it's in the first chest, so that means it's required to progress into the dungeon.
Yep. Yep.
That's horrible.
Yep, and Pod actually holding 2 required because that pendant holding the cane as well.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, okay, well, I guess I should do inserting cane is there and then go turn the cane in, because it doesn't take long and I don't want to walk there and back if the green pendant's not the cane. And then my brain, I was going on autopilot in Eastern and I didn't even realize I had all.
Yeah, we were wondering what like, oh.
Then I'm upstairs and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yep. And so, yeah, get your GGs in chat for Eppy, who finished in a time of 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 25 seconds on SRL. So, GGs to Eppy. Basically a 2-minute difference between you two.
Yeah, that was very close. I'm glad that was a nice close race.
It was close throughout. Eppy finished super about a half hour before you did, but I mean, it was very close throughout. So, it was a very exciting race. And congrats for winning. You get to move on here. And we're also joined by Eppy really quickly.
Oh my goodness, that was a thing.
So yeah, GG's on the finishing. Congrats.
Yay. That was intense.
We made it.
And I started to get really tilted at the end.
Yeah, it seemed like maybe a little bit of frustration was coming out at the end because you were making some mistakes with climbing Ganon's tower.
Uh-huh.
I was fried at the end.
But yeah, no, that was a great race to watch. Really glad I got to commentate that one.
I think we full cleared Super Metroid except for Plasma Beam and Shack Tool.
I had checked them.
Those.
I checked them.
Yeah, Eppy basically full cleared Super Metroid before touching Zelda.
Well, not really. I'm pretty sure I did Death Mountain, but yeah.
I don't. Okay, you did technically go to Dark World up in Death Mountain, but
I regretted, like, after I finished Metroid when I got to Zelda, and then I'm thinking, like, I never checked Turtle Rock's medallion. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Yep. The good news is you went to the Bombos tablet right after Swamp and got the medallion you needed.
I was like, okay, well now I can put Tower Hair on the back burner for a little bit. Maybe when I find a fire source.
Yep.
Yeah, because Swamp had the book, if I recall. So that was like, okay, you just go check that and you're good.
Get that out of the way.
But yeah, no.
I think the first time I set foot in the Dark World was from the Super Metroid portal.
I don't remember if it was that or if it was Dark Death Mountain. I think I did that before I started doing Norfair. Huh?
Yeah, I think you did Dark Death.
But I also got very, very upset at myself when I walked in the sewer thing and saw boots. It's like, I forgot to check this.
Yeah, we were wondering when you were going there because you left it there for like 2 hours.
I normally do Ice Rod Cave, and then I will save and quit and go back to and do that section, do all that, and then I guess I just did fake flippers and completely forgot. It was like, oh, and then when I saw boots, it's like, I sure hope there's nothing important in the water outside, and that also means I haven't touched Nagina, and I don't know what's on Desert Ledge. I have really this up.
We were like speculating really early on that he just went straight to South Shore because, like, oh, he's going to root in the dam with Vagina, and then he just got all those items for Super Metroid straight away, and then it just entirely distracted you for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, it was like 5 power bombs. Metroid terrible.
That's how it goes sometimes. You're like, well, not going back to Zelda for a while. I don't think there was anything important behind the boots checks, but it was nice to have the boots.
Yeah, I'm running a bit faster when I'm just starting Zelda. It's still, ugh.
So Dorkmaster was able to get the Wave Gate clip over there, so he was able to get to the extra power bombs behind the Wave Gate, so that gave him like 10 max, and that helped him a lot in the early Super Metroid stuff.
That helped a lot early.
Yeah, that was very nice.
I can't Wave Gate skip without high jump because I just can't seem to do it without it at all, ever.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more tricky without high jump.
It's
At least you got a nice
tricky.
palace, so there's that.
Yes, a little late.
Yep. So.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say the wave gate skip is a little finicky without high jump boots, and if I recall, I actually hit it on the last super.
Your last super, yep. That was your last super.
Other than that, the bow location was a big sense of deja vu. Because I just commentated your race, Shy Guy, and guess where your bow was? It was the first chest of a pendant Eastern. And then I find it in a first chest of a pendant pod. And like, really? We're doing this again? My turn?
That was pretty horrible.
Yep.
Oh, I was like, well, let's see if I'm bow locked on a pod. Oh, okay. Well, that's not what I was expecting.
Technically, yes.
Not
yeah,
now.
no. That was definitely a very fun race. I think we need to probably be wrapping up here, but no, GG's Dorkmaster. You get to move on. I don't remember who you're facing next.
Yeah, Atlas, I think, unless I mix the names up again.
No, that sounds right. But yeah, you get to move on to the round of 32, I believe. So again, GG's.
Time to
and
sit
congrats.
back and relax.
Now you get to commentate everything.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I'm glad it was a really close race and fun to watch and stuff. So yeah, GG and thanks for the race.
Yes.
Yep, and if our bot was working, we'd say follow the runners, but go ahead and follow them anyway. You just won't have any handy links in there. But yeah, and there is more SMZ3 coming out throughout, so keep your eyes on the SpeedGaming schedule to see when those races are. Otherwise, unless you had any final thoughts there, Ocelot?
No, I think we've about to wrap things up again. So shout outs to runners once more, please follow them. Also shout outs to our tracker, Eppy37, who is helping keep us on track, and shout outs to you, MSD, for co-commentating with me.
Have a good night, everyone.